Hello everyone, and welcome to the Hunter Association, your source for all things Hunter x Hunter. My name is Kaige.
And my name is Dylan.
And on this week's episode, we are talking about Hunter x Hunter 1999, episodes 52 through 54.
Sorry for the delay on this. My bad, guys.
Yes, oh yeah, I guess, this was supposed to be 2 weeks ago. But here we are, we made it.
We're here.
Then, of course, we'll be going through our community comments. If you would like to join in on the community and have your comment read, be sure to comment on the YouTube version on the weekly community post. Also, make sure to like and subscribe to help grow our community of Hunter x Hunter fans. Additionally, if you'd like to know when new episodes are live, click the bell to enable notifications. If you're an audio listener, make sure to rate, review, and comment on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. Also, be sure to follow us on Twitter at TXHXAPod, as well as Bluesky at THAPod for podcast-related updates, and to submit responses to the weekly call-out posts. If you'd like, you can also still email us at hunterassociationpod@gmail.com. As always, we provided timestamps in the description if you would like to skip ahead to any of the aforementioned segments.
Awesome.
News, there is none.
Radio silence, yet again. Yeah.
Yep, nothing.
Sorry, guys.
In a desperate attempt to search for news, I even Googled that mobile game to see if there was anything that came out about that, but no, there's nothing.
Yeah, we're back in the dark ages for a bit, I think. Until chapters are rolling, presumably, so
Yeah.
feels bad, man.
Yeah. It does feel bad, but it's okay. There's still 10 in the bank, so just
One day.
waiting on them.
Yep.
Yeah. So I guess with that, we're just gonna dive into the episodes.
Back to 2-minute intros. Awesome. Yeah.
Yippee!
All right, let's go ahead and get into
Let's
it.
go ahead and do it. All right, everybody, welcome to our discussion on Hunter x Hunter 1999 episodes 52 through 54.
Woo! Finally. I'm sorry again, guys. My bad on the delay for this batch of episodes. Stuff happened, obviously.
Yeah, we know this is a highly anticipated batch given the content.
Oh yeah.
So, starting off with episode 52, Underground Auction Annihilation Machine Gun.
Pretty fitting title, I would say.
Yeah, I'd say so. It starts off with a really long recap, I noticed. It was like 2 minutes long.
I wanted to make note of that. Like, this is probably one of the longest recaps I've sat through for one of these episodes. It was kind of weird.
Really long. It was weird. But when the episode starts proper, we just have the arm wrestling squad here taking a lunch break. A burger, fries, and I think Leorio's eating a single chicken wing. It looks like.
I would have thought Lario would be like a burger guy, to be honest, but a single chicken wing is certainly a choice.
Yeah, he's watching his diet, I guess.
It would not seem like the type to me, but what do I know? I guess.
Right? Yeah, we don't know. But they're just kind of talking about the mafia presence in the city, how the streets are dangerous at night, yada yada.
Also about how Go needs to win about 800,000 more matches.
Yeah,
so.
No big deal. Yeah, this whole arm wrestling stuff is really dragged out in this adaptation. Like, it's still not over, by the way, by the time this batch is done.
No,
they're on like day 2.
Yeah, they're right back at it the next day. I don't know. I definitely felt like in 2011 they didn't spend that much time holistically. Like, maybe just like a single episode. That I remember even, but
yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Definitely dragged out a little bit. Not that it's like a bad thing, but like just something I definitely picked up on.
Yeah. We then cut to Daltsone and Neon, who is sleeping and crying about how she can't go to an auction that's going to get her killed. Poor girl.
Granted, she doesn't understand that, right? I don't think they're letting her know about that risk, right? They're just like, no, you can't go.
Yeah.
But, yeah. Poor girl.
So Daltsone is on the phone with Light, who just says that he's gonna make his way there now. He's cutting his plans short and heading over.
Mm-hmm.
And he's gonna tells him to buy her like a mummy.
Yeah, the Queen's mummy. She's like, just be sure to get
mummy.
that.
Yeah, that'll cheer her up. Right on. Delsani then calls, I don't know who exactly,
It,
somebody from the squad.
it was Melody and Karapika. They were checking in on them,
Okay,
just
okay.
scoping out the place, right? And
Yeah.
that's what segues us into this nice little conversation that they have together that I really, really like.
Yeah, it's one of my favorite scenes in this arc, actually. I really love this. So the two of them just talking the same way they have been, just very, like, trying to uncover each other's whole shtick. And, Melody's just going on about how his heartbeat is very, very interesting. It's not something that she's heard before, exactly.
Yeah. I mean, throughout this entire arc, we see how invested she is in him
Yeah.
specifically and his heartbeat and what he's all about. So this is kind of
Hmm.
just like not the climax of that interest, but like I don't know, like they're just getting to know each other, and that's what I really like about this scene. It feels a bit like a very real conversation, you know?
Yeah, it does, for sure. So Melody asks him just straight up, like, what's the deal? Like, what are the scarlet eyes to you? Because obviously that's like a big thing. Every time those come up, your heartbeat changes, yada yada.
I saw you
And
clenched your fists when they were mentioned. Like, yeah.
right, yeah,
I laughed at that because I remember us talking specifically about the scene about how Karapika sucks at hiding his emotions when it
yeah,
matters.
right. So he eventually comes to the conclusion, like, there's no point in lying. I mean, like, you can tell I'm lying anyways.
Hmm.
So he just explains this whole deal. He's the last of the Kurta clan. He's searching for the eyes of his brethren, all that stuff, fun stuff. And then he asks if she's going to tell Dalsone about this, and Melody says, "No, I don't really want to be killed." Because she can tell that his heartbeat is, he's being honest, but he's also very
Very
cold
cold.
about
Yeah.
this. Yes. He's willing to kill if he has to. But she also makes note that it's not like he wants to kill her. It's just that he is willing to for the sake of his goal,
Hmm.
which I think is an important distinction to make there. Because I've seen people bring this scene up in the past to point towards Kurapika being like this giant asshole, but I don't know, man. Like, yeah, he's not the friendliest guy in the world, but he wasn't gonna kill her for no reason. It's just
No.
like, if he really had to, he would have.
It was more like I always read that more out of like that's just like his sense of like duty to himself, if that makes
Mm-hmm.
sense, right? Like obviously like Karapika is like a very nice guy to people that he's close with. But like the problem is actually getting close to him in the first place because he's just
Yeah.
so hyper focused on this like goal of his, right? So I think that's a very like real thing to showcase there.
Mm-hmm.
But like I definitely not out of malice, and I think 99 does a good job at portraying it as like it's not something he wants to do, like you're saying.
Yeah, absolutely. So now Kurapika returns the favor and asks, like, why Melody got this job. And he says that he'll verify she's not lying by looking into her eyes.
Mm.
So she explains that she's looking for a particular piece of sheet music. And obviously, Kurapika, I mean, I think anybody could really figure this out, but he says that because of your eyes, you're definitely hiding something. Like, there's more to it than just wanting a piece of sheet music. So she goes on and talks about the Sonata of Darkness.
Oh
Classic
boy.
stuff. And while she's saying this, by the way, I want to point out there's really cool imagery of, like,
Yes.
uh really, like, I don't even know what they are, just mangled bodies and skeletons and stuff, while a
Yeah.
shadow of a demon's hand writes.
But you could see like a cello or like violin or something like in the background as well.
Yeah.
Like it's just very cool like artistry at work here. I was really like invested, locked in to that scene as it was
Yeah.
scrolling by.
Yeah, very, very cool. But yeah, she explains that this Sonata of Darkness is something that if you listen to it, basically you get disfigured. It ruins everything about your life. You look like shit after.
Yeah.
And
Well, part of the scene that I really like showcasing that is like we don't actually see it obviously, but like
mhm.
she shows her arm, part of her arm to
Yep.
Karapika, and he's very visibly like taken aback by it. So, and
Yeah.
we don't see it ourselves, but like I always love when anime adaptations do this, or just like any kind of adaptation, even in manga when they do this. Like, you don't always have to show what you're telling, right? And I like leaving this kind of stuff up to the imagination, especially when it's like, yeah, you get disfigured beyond belief, like, you know, this is horrifying stuff, but then you don't actually see it. It lets your mind wander, and I really like that, especially for here. Especially for here, at like after seeing that like damned like artistry like at work of like trying to portray how sinister this sheet of music is, which is really cool.
Right. Yeah. It's a really cool presentation. I love how they did this scene in this adaptation. So yeah, she just kind of goes through the whole story of what happened. It was a friend who played it.
They played a single part of it. It was like the flute part of it. And
just the flute part.
And her arm got fucked up, and he just died. Yeah.
Yeah, straight up died. And just from hearing it, she got all disfigured. You know,
that's crazy.
Face and arms and whatever else. Who knows? Probably her height. I bet like she probably wasn't that small before too. There's probably a lot of stuff that happened to her because of this.
Like that's something I've always thought about. Like especially when revisiting this scene now, is like, you know, obviously the intent is just kind of saying like, yeah, the part of her that is disfigured was caused by that. But then the way she talks about how like she kind of like her form is now, and like she doesn't specifically refer to like her arm or anything. So it's like it should like her body as a whole definitely got disfigured from that as well.
Oh yeah.
But it's
I'm pretty sure. I don't know if this is the 99 anime or future information or what, but I am pretty confident that it's more. It's like her whole appearance. It's not just the arm.
Right.
I'd have to look into that further, but yeah.
Yeah, I'm not too sure also, but at the same time, I like how she's not really like focused on that part specifically as well. She's just kind of like, I don't know. She's very indifferent to like how she like looks now as a result of it, and she's still like focused on like the goal part of it, not necessarily the consequences of it, which I thought was interesting for Melody's character.
Yeah. Yeah. So in short, she's looking for this. And she took this job because she feels like the closer she gets to like evil people, the closer she'll get to the Sonata of Darkness, which is I really like that.
Yeah.
So that's that scene. Lovely scene. Really cool for both characters. I love Melody so much.
Yeah, Melody is such like an underrated aspect of not only this arc but the series in general. I think like just like I'm not gonna say she's the most like layered character of all time, like at the moment, anyways, right? So more chapters in succession more could easily change that at any point. Oh, yeah. But yeah, I feel like not a whole lot of people really talk about Melody enough for how much she adds to at least Kurapika's arc as a whole.
Yeah, for sure. She's incredibly important to Kurapika's arc. So now we're down on the ground level where the troop is making their move. They kill a couple dudes and head into the hall, all suited up. And we see the bodyguards. We got Tochino and Baze in here. And the other guy, I don't remember his name. He's in this episode and this episode only. Who cares? Whatever. He's there, though. They're just talking about how they don't recognize... Or they don't know. They notice that a couple family members or a couple families aren't there, and they realize, oh wait, these are all the people that got the fortune. So something's up.
Yeah, not good.
Yeah. And they're just kind of. Well, Baze is really confident. She's like, yeah, doesn't matter. Whatever happens, we'll deal with it. And we'll see about that.
Yeah, well, you might regret those words. But yeah.
Yep. So we get into the auction hall. We hear the fortune again, by the way. It's just the whole thing, like where prices rise, will be your bedchamber or something like that.
Don't descend down the stairs you haven't climbed, something like that.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Whatever cool shit was said.
In hindsight, I still wonder to this day, like, why that kind of fortune wasn't spread a little bit more around than just like the top mafia members. But I guess they paid for the service specifically.
That's exactly, yeah. It's like that's how he gets his money.
But in
phase.
hindsight, like, wow, we could have prevented a lot of deaths if that got around a little bit more, huh?
He doesn't care. He's part of the mafia. This is just annihilating competition.
True. I mean, this is a fucked up system they're in general, right? So, like, it
Yeah.
makes sense. But I think about that from time to time. It's like, huh. They could have gone
He
way
could have
differently.
saved everybody, really, but nope.
It's all about
Not
the
even his
money.
bodyguards, I guess.
Yeah, I feel the most bad for them because like they were like right next to the guy, like in terms of like
I
connections,
know.
and they had no clue.
Yeah. Daughter comes first, I guess. Gotta get her body parts.
The queen's mummy, right? That's more important.
Important. So, in the hall, we have Phaeton coming out and just being like, all right, enough with the formalities. Let's kill everybody here.
It's time to die. I like the little like panning shot they do though with like Franklin right behind him with the
Yeah,
his finger
that was
guns drawn.
really cool. Because you don't know he's there at first, and then pans up, and there he is, machine gun fingers ready.
Yeah, with the
Unloads.
aura surrounding him too, it almost like looks like he's like his stand almost. Like
Yeah,
JoJo's
I thought
stand.
the same thing.
It took like half a second. My brain processed it as that before like realizing, oh, that's Franklin. Like I just, it was a
Yeah.
cool panning shot though. I like it a lot, and then it immediately transitions into gunning everybody down.
Yep. Yeah, so, and he does just that. He kills tons and tons of people, including Tochino here, who very slowly gets shot hundreds of times, it looks like.
Yeah, he brought out the his Nen ability, but it didn't matter at all.
No, it did nothing. He was like, get behind me, guys! He just eats shit and dies. Oh, poor Tochino.
Oh, I feel really bad for him. Like he tried, he was brave, but oh, that just was not enough at all.
Yeah, no. And to be fair, it did buy them time to get out of there, but it still
Well,
amounted to nothing, as we'll see.
Not that matters. But
But Yulvinkov, I've just figured out his name. He uses his Nen, which is throwing a chair.
yeah, what is that shit?
I don't know what that was, but cool.
You caused Franklin to shoot at a chair for a second. Okay, good job. Like
nice, man. That's great. I'm sure we'll see a lot more of that.
yeah. Yeah, say what you will. Or like for as much shit as we've talked about on Franklin's Nen ability and you know how like lame it is overall, can't say it wasn't effective. So
Yeah, it's lame on paper, but it has good use cases. But at the same time, man, could have just used like actual guns. Probably would have done the same thing.
yeah, but it's like strong bullets. It's like aura bullets. It's different.
I guess so. Yeah, in this particular case with Tochino in the crowd, it did
Yeah.
help him get through those. But whatever.
Yeah, against
I
literally
like
every
this
other
scene.
guy in the room. Against literally every other
Yeah.
guy in the room, it like did not matter. It's like the same
Yeah,
shit.
not at all. Then immediately as Ilvankov and Baze leave the hall, they are struck by Shizuku, and they're both dead. So
Yeah. Well, Baze tries to make a run for it, but
yeah, well, doesn't get very far.
no.
Rip.
How do we feel about
It's
Red
very,
blinking, by the way?
Oh yeah, it's really it's very distracting.
Yeah,
it's very
it's like
bright.
cartoonishly red.
Yeah, it's like it, especially because everything else in this arc is so dark. Well, this whole show
Yeah.
is very dark, but yeah, it just stands out like a sore thumb. I don't mind it. It's fine.
Yeah, I mean, like, it's fine, but like, yeah, it just caught me off guard because like literally everything about the Phantom Troop is supposed to be this like dark and spooky, and like the only thing I think about when it comes to Blinky, especially, is like that's just like a, it's a pitch black weapon basically, right? Fitting for the Phantom Troop, but it's just bright red, like as if like it was soaked in blood, like the entire time.
Yeah.
Which is kind of cool in its own way, but it was distracting for a minute there.
Yeah.
Shizuku.
Yep. it's kind of cool though. Like I respect the vision, but not
Yeah.
what I think should be the norm. So yeah, she kills the both of them. Rest in peace, Baze. Hardly knew you. And then
Sayonara.
she
Yep.
vacuums up all the corpses in the hall. As another guy who's like barely alive is just talking shit. He's like, "Who the hell are you people? You're gonna regret this." And then Franklin just shoots him too. not with one bullet, by the way. He unloads a full clip on him. So
I actually really like how that scene looks also, by the way, where like Shizuku's kind of like in the forefront and like he's kind of just like yapping in the back, like, you know, you're gonna regret this, the community will get at it, blah blah blah, like clearly portraying that like the troop does not give a shit what this guy says at all. Like, you know, they're just like zoning him out basically is kind of what the scene is implying. And then immediately like shown by just Franklin cutting him down, just like, shut up, man, die.
Yeah, it's just business as usual for them.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing out of the ordinary.
Yeah. And then that scene also ends with Shizuku just like kind of like turning around, just like going into the camera almost, like with like sucking up the corpse that's left behind. Very nice. Yeah. I like the direction of a lot of these scenes in this arc so far. It's so good.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm really enjoying this. So outside, they Melody and Kurapika notice that something is going on, so they call Daltsone and tell him. Or no, actually, Daltsone calls them and tells them to get the hell out of there.
Yeah.
To which they do. And actually, they go in the building. What does he tell them? Does he tell them to go check it out?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, you two should head over there.
Oh yeah. Actually, okay. He tells them to head there and check it out. And actually, no. Okay, I was wrong. I was right the first time. Melody does call him. He doesn't call them. Anyways, doesn't matter. So they go inside. Kurapika uses dowsing chain and finds Baze's arm bracelet. Which, listen, man, Dylan, if you wore an arm bracelet and died, there's not a chance in hell I would recognize that's yours. I've known you for like more than 10 years, my man, and there's not a chance in hell. There's
no way. If that was the only thing left behind.
Like, I don't know how in the world Kurapika is immediately like, oh my god, Baze.
Yeah, that he's known her for like less than a month, I think. Yeah, like
I don't. All right.
It's like the most simple bracelet. There's like no kind of like there's nothing special.
Metal
about
circle.
It. Yeah, it's a metal circle with a bit of blood on it. Like you could tell that was Baze's of all things. I don't believe it.
So.
I don't buy it.
I don't know. Or maybe it's related to dowsing chain. I don't know. Whatever. Okay, after that whole thing, we cut to Daltsone just looking out the window, talking on the phone as he clenches his fist and bleeds, which is crazy. How hard do you gotta clench to do that?
I mean, it looks badass. I'm not gonna lie, but
it does.
How do you do that?
I have no idea.
But my favorite part about it is how he like stretches out his hand towards the window and like drips the blood on the glass. Like,
so cool.
You were the only one in that room, man. Why are you doing that? Who are you trying to impress here?
He's pissed himself, I guess.
I guess. But I just found it funny. It looked cool, but it makes no sense.
No, it doesn't. So we then see Mafia families checking out the vault, to which they see that everything has been stolen.
Uh-oh.
And we're like, oh, damn, the troop did that. They got everything. Nope. As we'll see soon. We actually see that they've escaped in a hot air balloon, though.
This is one of my favorite parts.
Iconic.
This entire arc. They really are just a bunch of carnies at heart, man.
They are.
Escape via a hot air balloon. When they pulled up in a whole ass car, by the way. They could have just used
that. Right? It's so funny. Easiest thing to shoot down ever, and obviously they do end up doing that. So, Daltsone, back with him, he's talking to the boss, and then he calls Kurapika. He says him and Lean Sen are going to keep guarding the boss. He was talking to Light. The boss is Neon in this case. Yeah. And then he tells Kurapika and Melody to, I don't even know what does he want? Rendezvous with Squalla. Yep. So they do that. They're running through the halls, and they end up just kind of running into Squalla, like completely by happenstance. He pulls up in a car, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Then we see the troop in a balloon, of course, in their balloon, and they're talking about how they did not steal all the auction items.
Yeah, they were talking
And in fact,
to Crollo specifically.
yes,
Scene, right?
yeah, Uvo's on the phone with Crollo, and yeah, they're just like, damn. I mean, it's like they saw this all coming. They knew it was gonna happen. Timing was too perfect. And Uvo's wondering if there's a traitor, or specifically wondering if there's a Judas among us. And Crollo gets all Crollo about it.
Yeah.
It's like, well, I don't think Judas was really a traitor. All right, brother.
Okay, man. Yeah. we get it, man.
Yeah. Quit trying to sound cool. You do sound cool, but quit trying to sound like it.
Although I find it really like this whole conversation about like a traitor being in the troop potentially or whatever is really like fascinating to me. Or not fascinating. It's entertaining to me rather, just because we know Hisoka isn't really with the troop, right?
Yeah, but at the same time, he had nothing to do with this. So
no, I know, but like that's what makes it entertaining. It's like, no, there's not a traitor in the troop. They're not in it for that. Meanwhile, Hisoka is in the frame as they're saying that.
Yeah, of course. So, yeah, this. Oh wait, what happens? Okay, yeah, they learn about Crollo tells them about the Shadow Beasts.
Yeah,
our boys, finally.
Our boys.
Tells them that the Ten Dawns have employed one Nen user each, and have formed a group called the Shadow Beasts. Like elite, top Nen users in the world, badass.
Oh yeah, only the best of the best.
Oh yeah. And yeah, that they're just explaining exactly that, because Shizuku has no idea what that is. Franklin just tells her like, yeah, it's the biggest mafia families in the world. It's exposition, There's a lot of that happening here.
Shizuku here is like very obviously the scapegoat for like why they can just like lore drop all this on us right now. Like she's like, oh, what's that? I don't know anything about that. She's like the most useless person in the troop in this scene.
I know. But eventually they come to the realization that Crollo tells them that one singular Shadow Beast came to the vault and took everything out of it. Who is it? A man named Owl. Oh my god, guys. There he is. Look at that pose. What a king. What a king. You want to talk about iconic first introductions of characters? This is definitely up there amongst the top percentile, I would say.
Oh yeah. I mean, he outsmarted the troop. They didn't get the stuff. He got there first.
Nope. He got everything. Genius.
Absolutely.
Yep. So obviously they know their opponents now. Uvo is getting pumped. He's like, oh man, top Nen users ever. Holy shit, I'm ready. Let's go.
I'm ready for a challenge. Let's beat their asses.
Oh yeah. As they fly away in their hot air balloon. I love it. That's that episode.
Yeah.
Cool. Not bad.
Yeah, no, not bad at all. Very simple episode, but pretty good. Pretty good.
Yeah.
Rest in peace to our fallen comrades of the Mafia family.
Yep.
And
lost 3 already.
Yeah. It's 3 down already. And trust me, there's many more to come in this next one. But yeah, this is a very entertaining episode. I really like the talk between Melody and Kurapika, especially. Probably my favorite part of the episode.
Yeah, that's the highlight.
Yeah. And then just seeing the action start to ensue with the Phantom Troop is always a good thing. So, no complaints here. I think 99 did a good job.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, I really, it was directed really well. I thought everything worked. The only thing, I guess I didn't mention in the moment, but there was like kind of some weirdness with when Baze was killed. It was like all off screen. It just kind of felt really anticlimactic to me.
That scene felt a little weird in hindsight, actually, because like obviously like it's the whole thing with like Baze is trying to run away, and then Shizuku just like runs up and kills her anyways. But it was presented very weirdly. Like Shizuku runs up onto like the camera basically, and it's implied she just like whacks her in the head.
Right.
We don't really see that, but we see stuff.
No.
We see it more so with Ilvenkov though, where like blood is dripping from his head and all that. Even though they didn't show the actual wound of him, but I don't know. It was just that was a weird thing. And then also the recap at the beginning of the episode was very long, also. So there's that.
Yeah.
Not a perfect
but
episode.
Overall, yeah, it was fine. I didn't mind.
Yeah.
But yeah. Now we move on to episode 53, sorry, which is called Phantom Troop: The Shadow Beast Community.
Wow. That won't
Don't
be a
know
community
the
for
community
long.
part.
I think that's just supposed
I guess
to.
the mafia.
Yeah, I think that's just referring to like the collective mafia family groups as a whole. I guess I don't know. Their bodyguards. That's
sure
what I took out of it. Either way, they're gonna be dead soon, so don't have to remember that for long.
So we should be able to kind of blitz through this episode because it's mostly action, but there is still stuff to talk about for sure. Got our showcase of the big man himself. So we start off just with Kurapika and Squala and all them getting word of the hot air balloon and chasing after it, as well as everybody else. They shoot it down and they meet them in the Gordo Desert, which is very similar to Gorto, which would be later in the Chimera Ant arc, but not.
It's not the same one.
So,
yeah.
No. Interesting. I did not know this was called the Gordo Desert, but I guess it is.
Yeah, guess so.
So the troop is surrounded. They're fucked.
Yeah.
All the mafia families have banded together with arms, and they're gonna kill them all. It's over.
I like the one guy shooting like the bullets into the air, like he's a badass. Like, oh yeah, we got him now.
Oh yeah, he's so cool. So Uvo's just like, yeah, I got this.
Don't interfere. Just leave it to me.
Got it. He slides down the mountain, Garo style, but animated even better.
Yeah.
That's One Punch Man.
I thought that scene reminded me when that happened. I was like, I could have sworn like I've seen something like this recently. I couldn't put my finger on it. Completely forgot. Yeah, that was the One Punch Man shit. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Yeah, this one actually has like dust trails on it, and that was like damn near 20 years ago. Like,
yeah, that's all you need. Like, just add the dust trail and you're good. Anyways, Uvo gets down there and he's greeted by some tough guy. He's like, "Oh, well, you can't get away with this. Are you the boss?" Yada yada, just talking shit. And eventually fires point blank right at his face, and Uvo catches it with his teeth.
One of the most badass scenes in the entire series, still for me.
It's so sick, and then no hesitation, just like whacks his head and makes it horizontal.
That looked fucking awesome. Yeah,
dude, that was great. His body just slumps immediately.
And contrasted the entire time also by the fact that like the rest of the troopers just like started playing cards with each other. Like they know like there's nothing they can do to this guy.
Yeah, it's so cool.
I was really hoping this. I had big expectations for this entire scene that's about to ensue from this, and it definitely lived up to my expectations. I think. And I was just, I was giddy the entire time watching this. I love everything about the Uvo showcase here.
Yeah, and I often criticized how this adaptation has like colored aura depending on the person, but man, that red aura, I gotta give it up. It's pretty sick.
It's so badass, man. Like that. That is just a raging fucking gorilla, just like slaughtering everything. It's so awesome.
It's amazing. Yeah. Speaking of gorilla, Franklin literally says it's a gorilla versus ants.
It clearly looks that way too. Yeah. They're firing bullets at him. They're not doing anything, and he's just murdering everybody in his sight. And it's glorious. Yep. All while the rest of the troop are playing cards with each other.
Yep. And also delivering some admittedly very unnatural exposition, but
Yeah. It kind of adds
It's,
to it. Like, I don't know. It's just so funny how nonchalant they are, just like talking normally. Wow.
yeah,
Just putting
I
in the
think
work.
that's the idea of it, but it comes off as a little strange because they're just like, how does this shit work again? I don't really remember.
Yeah, it's like it's like Nobunaga's kind of acting as like a Pokedex entry for Uvo the
Yeah.
entire time.
It literally it does. It feels like in the Pokemon anime when they find a new Pokemon.
Uvo's
kind of
punches
shit.
could destroy the entire world if left unchecked.
Yeah, I do love that line, like how he like stops himself from saying that he's an enhancer at the maximum ability because Uvo
Yeah.
wants to get to the point where his punches are the same as like a nuclear weapon.
Yeah.
Oh my god. It's so cool.
Yeah, I think he specifically said like, "Oh, I shouldn't say that. He could beat me up for that."
Yeah. So in the distance, Kurapika and them arrive at the scene. They're just kind of looking on. Obviously, they are not aware that this is a troop member yet.
Oh,
And Uvo.
I want to point out one specific scene before we get to that part. Is this part I really like as well, because I think this is before Kurapika and them pulled up. Is two separate scenes actually. One was like the riflemen like on like the cliff
Oh no, I was
side.
getting to that.
Oh, you were getting to that? Oh, they were okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I forgot.
They pull up for like a second and then yeah.
Okay. My bad.
No, that's all right. Yeah.
Go on.
But yeah, the riflemen, the snipers, pull up and they fire at him, but it doesn't really do much of anything. It honestly, it might have if he didn't notice like a second before it hit. Maybe it would have done something. But
Yeah.
point is,
But
it's still he noticed, so it doesn't.
He was
matter.
just like, yeah, that tickled.
Yeah. So in response, he throws a rock at them, and it pierces. I don't know how one rock kills both of them, but sure. And yeah, it pierces straight through their chests, and they're dead.
I
Or actually,
imagine-
one's chest and one's head.
God, I imagine it was kind of like a curveball, you know, like he threw it in such a way where it just curved right into the direction he wanted to kill both of them.
Hell yeah.
And then we get to a big bazooka man.
Yeah, the super bazooka, as it's called.
I forgot about this part, and it's so like comical. Like Tagashi really just wanted to drive home that Uvo was basically invincible.
Yeah, like we got it at this point, but no, he had to go the extra mile here.
Yeah, a guy with a bazooka shoots at him.
Yep, got this tough guy, like practically point blank bazooka, which like you should definitely not do, but I mean, he does it. And he's just talking all this shit like, yeah, this baby can tear through tanks like it's nothing. And Uvo says, oh, you compare me to a mere tank?
God, he's
yeah.
so cool.
So he just puts his arm out. Dude fires the super bazooka. And, I mean, it hits. What will happen? And he completely no-sells it. The dust settles and he's totally fine. Except he does say, like, damn, that actually kind of hurt. And his shirt rips off.
Yeah.
He's just kind of annoyed more than anything.
That's kind of more badass though. Like he could definitely feel the pain, but like, you know, it's whatever to him at the end of the day.
Yeah, he just doesn't care.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll see a cool example of that later too.
But and that it's all topped off by like one of my favorite parts where like everyone just runs away in terror as soon as that happens.
Yeah, he is a monster. Everybody's running and he's just like, nobody could escape me. Runs after everybody and tears them all down.
Mm-hmm.
As you know, the main crew, the bodyguards watch on, and Melody notices that there's another heartbeat amongst them. And then some freak burrows from the ground, and we are introduced to Worm, the weirdest dude ever.
This might be the most disturbing depiction of him yet, I think.
Yeah, I gotta
This
admit, he
adaptation.
looks terrifying. They're even like, is this guy even human? I don't know.
No. I think he looks less human than Tengen and JJK.
Yeah, I agree. So he's recognized as a member of the Shadow Beast by Squala. They tell him like what family they're a part of, and Worm pulls up with the other boys and is just like, "Don't worry, we got this. Stay back. Don't bother. No
Leave
problem."
it to the professionals.
Yep. See, all four of these weird ass dudes, like no aura at all. They just like the lamest looking people ever.
It's it's incredibly funny to me, just like how like prominent of a position they're immediately put in, just from not seeing them at all. Like this is their first introduction. They're like, "Yeah, stand back, guys. We're the best."
Yeah, we got this. We got this. I do wish Togashi had put a little more effort into their designs, but it kind of makes it funnier.
Yeah.
So
like
it's fine.
At the end of the day, this entire like part that this episode is adapting is purely to showcase Uvo, so like it's whatever. But it makes for a very funny part of it for sure.
Yeah, it's incredibly funny. So now in this lighting, by the way, now that they're on the ground with Uvo, Worm looks like really like pink.
Yeah.
It's just so weird. What a freak.
He is actually just a worm, I'm convinced.
Yeah. So he gets some hits on him, pulls him underground. The whole thing where it's like, all right, you can I can kill you underground or they can kill you up there. What are you gonna pick? Then we get to the eye catch, which is new. It's
I kind of like it. Okay, they listened to my complaints from the last batch, and they are like, okay.
They're experimenting with it a lot. I hope they'd stick with this one though. It seems like they are because they use it again next episode.
Yeah, I like the style of it. Just like a burning hole through the screen, basically.
Yeah, it's the from the opening, the sun that only shines or the sun also shines at night or whatever.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Neat. So, but it does have that dog shit music, if you can even call it music. Just like the 4 sounds.
Yeah. Well, it's even funnier in the next episode when they do the little like happy.
Yeah, the happy one.
So jarring.
I know. So yeah, they do that whole thing. Uvo no sells it, of course. He just punches. First Big Bang Impact of '99. Looks
and it
awesome.
looks glorious. Yep.
So good.
So good for the time too, I think. Like wow, that was flashy. Whew.
Yeah, it looked great. It's so cool. Huge impact, huge crater in the ground. Worm annihilated.
There is nothing left of him. Yeah, he was Omega.
His arm.
Oh, his arm. Right.
And yeah, like the wind blast even gets to the troop up on the hill. Cards fly off. So cool. Looked great. And this is where Kurapika gets full view of the spider tattoo on Uvo's back. And so obviously he's feeling some type of way.
Yeah, again, not the best at hiding his emotions, right?
No. So, fight continues. Porcupine uses his quills and sticks himself in Uvo's arm. And, at first this is seeming pretty damn good because I mean, yeah, that his right arm is completely disabled now because he can't really just like whack him off the ground because the quills will absorb the impact.
Yeah,
just useless right arm. Nice.
I like how this showcased how like smart Uvo can be also because like I mean obviously it doesn't work but like he's thinking about different alternative methods to these struggles as well. He's like, okay, fine, I'm just gonna use you as my weapon then. And then obviously he controls the hairs, so like it doesn't matter. Mm-hmm. But I just thought it was cool. Like he's a quick thinker, despite being a musclehead.
Yeah, for sure. As evident a little bit later here.
Oh yeah.
Where so Wolf, I think his name is Wolf. I assume it's Wolf. They're all just named after what they look like. So I guess Wolf. He keeps biting off pieces of his flesh, which I'm comparing to the future again, but man, I always think about this in 2011. That looks so like visceral in 2011. Like you can see the skin rip off.
Yeah.
But here it's really quick and you don't really get to see anything happen. It's just he flies by and then there's a mark on his skin. Whatever, also, nitpick, but
yeah, it's whatever. The point is still put across there. Also, his name is Rabid Dog.
Okay.
Yeah, so fitting.
Rabid
still,
dog,
I guess.
It's still fitting, just a little more complex than the others, but Right on.
Rabid
Rabid
dog.
dog. All right, my bad. Sorry, Rabid dog fans. We'll do a
Yeah.
retrospective. Don't worry.
We know you're out there. We got you. Don't worry.
Yeah, we got you. So yeah, Uvo eventually, after a couple hits from that, Uvo slumps over. Rabid dog's like, finally got your ass. You should have been down like forever ago, but you're tougher than an elephant. But he has this like a fast working toxin that paralyzes you from the neck down. Damn, that's pretty good.
Yeah, it's pretty
But
good.
the troop notes that if that was fatal, this fight would have been over. Like if that was just a normal toxin that just killed.
That makes him look like a complete dumbass, to be honest. Like Rabid Dog.
Yeah, Rabid dog. But they say like he must enjoy torture. Twitcha.
Yeah, torture.
Twitcher. So now Leech comes into play. With
This guy's a
freak.
freak. I forget
Dude, I hate
how
him
much of
so
a freak
bad.
he is. Like, oh my god, chills.
I've read and watched this scene so many times, but it never gets any easier to watch. I hate it. Oh my god, I hate his abilities so much.
I hate that he's just like patting his stomach the entire time. You're like, bro, just stop being such a freak about this.
Disgusting. So yeah, he has not bugs. That's a different thing. He has worms or leeches. He has leeches living inside of him. Different types of leeches. Some are like medical based. Some do freak shit like this, where they'll basically just kind of work their way down to your bladder, hatch a bunch of eggs, and you will not be able to survive the pain of all of those hatching in your bladder.
Yeah, urinating them all out. Like, no, you're done. What a very specific thing for Togashi to choose for a torture method here.
It's disgusting.
I question where he even got that idea, but
I don't know if this is like a real leech or what. I don't know anything about leeches personally, so
I don't know, but that is some freak shit for sure.
It sure is. And yeah, so oh god, I hate it. You can like see them in the wound. Ugh, gross.
Yeah, it's so bad. It's so bad.
I hate this freak. But then thankfully Uvo bites his skull off and he dies. It does kind of look like shit, I can't lie. They really off-screened it. Like, you see nothing. You can't even really tell what he did, but
you see a dark red spot where like his right eye was. So like you can imply that he bit off his face basically, but it kind of looked like shit. They didn't show much of it, very obviously to avoid like censorship of some kind, I think. But what can you do, I guess.
Yeah, but that's one down, and he then spits off a part of his skull at Rabid Dog through his hand and into his head, which is amazing.
Yeah. That just leaves one.
Yeah, turns to Porcupine, and Porcupine's thinking like, well, I mean, this isn't really a problem. He can spit that at me all he wants, but I can just block it.
Mm-hmm.
And then instead, what Uvo does is he screams loud as fuck. And my favorite detail about this in this adaptation is that it's very quick. And as soon as he yells, you see Porcupine's body go limp. Like that's it. As soon as that sound reaches his ear, he is dead.
He's instantly dead. Yeah, it's
so cool. I love that a lot.
Yeah. I will say everybody's reactions here is very like telling of their characters as well, like how they're covering their ears, and I find that detail really cool.
Yeah.
Granted, when it comes to Troop, I actually like in the 2011 version where like they sense that he's about to yell and they like all stop their card game immediately to cover their ears.
Yeah. Yep.
This one they kind of just like it's like after the fact, like implied, I guess. But when we go back to like Kurapika and the others, I like how like Kurapika's not even covering his ears. He just took that shit to the face.
Yeah.
That's so fucking awesome to me.
It is. It's so cool. So Squala is then on the phone. He's saying that like, yeah, everybody just died. What do we do, boss? And Kurapika, he's trying to be the hero. He's like, all right, I got this. Obviously, he's not himself. He's really not thinking about much of anything other than I'm going to kill this guy right now.
Yeah, well, I'm going to capture him. That's his first thought here, but
Yeah. And
he's not
everybody's
going to
like,
be told no either. Very
yeah.
obviously.
Everybody's like, this is so stupid. Do not do this. You're going to die. And Melody's thinking the same thing. So she decides to use her Nen ability, which looked great. It was very short,
Very
compared to
short.
2011. It was I wish we heard more of the song, but you know what we did hear of it was nice.
Yeah, it looked nice too. The scenery of it all.
Yeah, the whole field, it looked great, but yeah, just I wish it was longer. It's a little nitpick, but whatever.
Yeah, not a huge deal, but it is something.
Yep, but it is of course a field in spring, and it calms everybody down, brings Kurapika back to his senses. But even after doing that, he's still like, "I got this," but just with a different attitude.
Yeah, it's like he was angry before, and now he's like, "I got this. Don't worry."
Yeah, I got this, guys. So back to Uvo. He's asking Shizuku to suck the poison out and the leeches, but she's like, yeah, that doesn't work on living things. So he's like, well, shit. Am I fucked? Am I cooked, chat?
Yeah, chat, am I cooked? Shalnark, being the number one dono in his chat, though, says, actually, we got a solution right here.
Yeah.
Basically, the TL, it's a long-winded explanation from him, but TLDR, they can't hatch under certain conditions, so they just need to keep his pH levels low in his body, which basically just means Uvo just has to drink a shit ton of beer for a little while, then just like pee out regularly, and everything will be fine.
Yep.
The leeches will die.
That's the plan. Yeah, and I really like the stakes here because like this is such like a incredibly detailed explanation, and I feel like almost anybody will hear this and like put themselves in Uvo's shoes, and then to have him be like taken before the poison is even sucked out, you're immediately like, oh fuck, like that's horrible. That's such a like obviously Uvo's built different, but just imagine a normal person being in this situation. Like they just heard a solution for this excruciating death that they're about to have, but then they're kidnapped away from all their friends for an unknown amount of time. Ugh.
Horrible. Ugh, yeah.
Terrible.
Considering also that like I think Leech even said that going into tomorrow you will die specifically. Mm-hmm. Also,
yeah, it's like 24 hours you have basically before you're dead. Yep. It's a time limit. Yeah. So it's like you don't even know exactly like how long you have to get the pH levels right. So it's fucked. It's all fucked.
Yeah, it's all fucked. Also, just a quick note before we wrap up this episode specifically. I like the idea because like Shalnark mentioned, is like, yeah, let's just go like attack the liquor store and steal a lot of beer there. Can you imagine being like the one guy like working at the liquor store and you have the fucking Phantom Troop busting down your door to steal beer?
Yeah.
That was a thought that crossed my mind, and that was very entertaining for her to think about.
It's such a like beneath them thing to do. Like they don't even but I mean that's the point. Like that's just like nothing.
Yeah.
They might as well just go take some beer, like whatever. But yeah, so the episode ends on a really cool shot of Kurapika looking down at Uvo in the chains.
I love how he looks here. Yeah, he's badass. Yeah.
Yeah, so cool. Yeah, that's that episode. Pretty damn good. I liked it a lot.
Yeah, I liked it a lot too. Fantastic Uvo showcase, as I expected it to be going into it, and didn't disappoint. It all looked great.
Yeah.
No complaints.
Yeah, really no complaints. I mentioned like the few little things, but
yeah, nitpicks.
Nothing major. Just the typical like 99 censorship for some reason that I don't really get. Oh, what's up?
I will say, we were talking about how like Uvo's slide down the hill was animated really well, compared to the Garo thing and everything, right? But towards the end of the episode, you could see Shizuku start sliding down the hill to go like suck the poison out of Uvo, and that looked like shit. That was like Garo levels almost. I just wanted to give a quick shout to that as well. Yeah.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
Poor Shizuku.
Yeah, poor Shizuku.
She's like the one troop member that's getting done dirty in like every scene that she's in. That's like supposed to be like impactful in some way.
A little bit. I thought the arm wrestling moment was good.
Okay, aside from the arm wrestling, that was like the introduction. So
Yeah. Okay, now on to episode 54, Hisoka Alliance Spider Hunting. I wonder what happens in this episode.
I wonder.
So we start off in the troops hideout, and Hisoka's like, "I got a meeting. Can I leave?" Kuro's like, "Yeah, sure." He's like, "You up to no good though, bro?" It's like, "Of course I am." Love that.
It was like bro talk. I like that.
It was, yeah. So obviously Uvo's just been taken, and they're trying to figure out the rest of the troops trying to figure out how to get him back. And Machi says that she put a threat on him, so they can figure out where he is pretty easily. Back in the car, Uvo is talking a bunch of shit, saying like, "All right, you guys can just let me go, and I'll let you live. Once in a lifetime opportunity."
Yeah, deal you can't refuse.
Yeah. Kurapika's like, "Hell no, man," and he just tightens the chains around him. So cool. Again, comparing to the future, we do this a lot. Whatever, deal with it. I like 2011's version of this a lot more because I think about this all the time. When Uvo's like sitting in the chair and testing, he's like, "Okay, I can definitely break these chains." So he like flexes really hard and actually tries, but it doesn't work. We don't get to see that here. He just kind of understands that he can't break them, which is a little more lame.
Yeah.
I like him actually trying.
I agree. Although I will say, like, I think this is really, maybe 2011 did something similar, but the little like small purple aura that's like pulsating through the chains as like this like scene is happening, I thought looked really, really nice. Contrasted with like the dark colors and background specifically. I think it made for a really like appealing sequence there.
It does look really cool, yeah. But yeah, eventually Uvo passes out because of yelling, I guess. I don't remember. I guess maybe oxygen flow. I don't know.
Yeah.
Something
like that. But we also get exposition here again. Kurapika reiterating that, yeah, I can only use this on the troop. If I use it on anybody else, I die. But that's why these are so powerful.
Yeah, classic anime, not trusting people to remember anything. Which fair, I guess, but I don't know. I got it.
It's more understandable, I think, for Hunter x Hunter, since there's so many mechanics at play throughout these any moment, any impactful moment, I guess. There's just a lot of unique intricacies with the power system, right? But nonetheless, it's still a little jarring.
Yeah. So the troop catches up. They see the car behind them. They're like, "How the hell did this happen?" And then Kurapika uses Gyo and sees the thread. Gets rid of it, but I mean, too late for that.
They've already caught up, yeah.
Yeah. Except somebody comes from the mountaintops, makes his grand debut. It's Owl, baby.
He's here. We're finally here. Holy.
He's here in the flesh. And I also, before we get to Owl talk, there's this shot of all the troop members reacting to Owl landing on top of the car, and Nobunaga is full cross-eyed. No, frog-eyed, actually. Like,
wait, I need to see this.
He is. I don't know if that's intentional or what, but he looks so stupid.
I think it adds even more to the fact that he's the only one that actually gets caught in it.
Yeah.
He was not ready.
No, he wasn't, bro. Not at all. So yeah,
that's why Owl's the goat.
That's why Owl's the goat. So yeah, he obviously does his iconic move, fun cloth. Captures the whole car. Only Nobunaga stays behind because he was cross-eyed. I guess he couldn't see directly in front of him, so it makes sense.
Yeah.
But everybody else escapes, and I guess we'll come back to Owl in a moment. But first, we see the boys in the car, and they're just like, "Who in the world? What just even happened?" But I'll take it. Whatever.
Yeah, they're like, yeah, don't even question it. Just keep going. Like,
Yeah, like, I couldn't imagine that happen. Like a car is chasing me, a dude lands on the roof, and then it's just gone. What the fuck? All right.
You just keep driving. That's all you can do, right?
Like, I'm not gonna complain about it, but what the hell?
Yeah.
So then, Owl picks up the bag with the car in it and just looks onward at his opponents. No fear in his eyes, by the way. Of course not. Who gives a shit? These are small fry to Owl.
Oh yeah. They're beneath him. They're beneath him.
Yeah, so far beneath him. But he does say that he better stay on his guard. He's just he doesn't really mean that though. He's just saving face. He can't make himself seem too powerful.
Yeah. You got to keep your power level hidden, right?
Yeah, exactly. So the troop, deduces that this is the one that probably stole all the auction loot because he's able to shrink stuff.
Yeah.
And go ahead.
No, it's important to note also Phaeton's trying to save face for Nobunaga here, saying he had a bad position in the car. That's why he didn't escape.
And it is true because he was in the middle seat. So it's not as easy to get out.
But he was also frog-eyed, and that probably had something to do with it too, right?
Yeah. I don't think they knew he was frog-eyed though. That's only for us to know.
Yeah.
So then the rest of the Shadow Beasts pull up. Man, wow. Aura. Holy shit.
Yeah, well, what do we have here again? We have like a bat guy and other guys, I guess. I can't tell what they're supposed
None of them are
be.
too notable. They're just there's obviously this is like a 1-for-1, the same panel from the manga. 2011 did the same thing. It's just the one guy really close to the camera.
Yeah.
He's green and wrinkly. Clown guy, cool guy. Honestly, these designs are way better than the ones that actually got screen time. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah. they look a lot cooler. Yeah. I like how I need to make note of this. They're on the Shadow Beasts Hunter x Hunter fandom page. They're just all of these guys have double question marks next to their name to indicate we don't know what they're supposed to be. Exactly. They're like fish, hedgehog, mule. I don't know where they got these names from, but they're there.
Yeah, I'll take it.
Frog, apparently.
I thought that was Nobunaga.
Oh, right. Theory: Nobunaga originally a shadow beast.
Oh, wait a minute. Yeah, he was Frog. Oh my god.
Oh.
This is crazy. Anyways, we will never see any of them ever again. That is their one and only appearance in this whole series.
Yeah. Yeah.
Not the end for Owl, though.
No, although his status will be unknown, I guess. But,
For the time being. We'll see him again, though, soon. But, yeah. So, what do we think of Owl in this adaptation?
He's badass. I mean... That's the king, So he had to be perfect, right?
Yeah, I mean they completely nailed it. He looks great. Unironically, I like because in 2011 he has the orange shirt, but here it's black. I think it looks better, suits him more.
Yeah, I agree. I could go either way, but I think he looks really good here.
Orange is your favorite color, isn't it? So
yeah, it is my favorite color, so I'm a little biased.
You probably dig the orange, but.
Wow,
how fitting. Your favorite character, where's your favorite color?
I know, right? It was fate.
That's lucky.
Yeah.
I think, actually, Kite is orange also in this adaptation, at least.
He is. You'd
That's
be
crazy.
Right.
Wow.
Yeah.
You're two goats, man. Wow.
Well, Kite is even more fitting because my second favorite color is also blue. So,
Oh, how about
it worked out in both adaptations. Yeah.
Yeah. Wow. So yeah, that's all we'll get for Owl for now, but perfect rendition of our king. I think they did him justice. Obviously, his fight's off screen, but you know how it goes. He kicks all their asses. We'll see later.
The troop is dead, and you can be sure of that.
Yeah. They're all dead. Anyways, back to Daltsone with his katana that will be very crucial to the plot going forward. This will get a lot of use. So
It's presented so funny. Like this is gonna be an important item like going forward.
And
in
it
the
is
story.
cool. I'm not gonna lie. It looks sick.
Yeah, no,
Uh,
I like it. It's just it's funny. It's just,
yeah,
Tagashi loves doing these little things where like he
I
makes
know.
things seem more important than they actually are. It's very
I love
entertaining.
that though. It really it makes the world feel more real. Cause like yeah, I mean this is a guy he spent a lot of time developing his ability. He's probably really proud of it. He's probably done a lot with it. But I mean here it's just a footnote. It's just one little thing that happens, and I mean he's gone after this. Spoiler.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just cool. But yeah, so he's charging up the aura in his sword. He demonstrates it by just like cutting straight through a wall, which looks really awesome actually.
Like
Then
melted
we cut.
through.
Yeah, it's so sick. It's like a lightsaber.
Yeah.
Then back to Uvo in the, he's all tied up and shit on this table. And they're about to interrogate him for all the information, and he's just like, "Look, man, I once in a lifetime opportunity. I'll give you a deal. You can just like let me go, and I'll let all you live."
Deal of the century. It's so good
Yeah.
he had to offer it twice.
Cannot pass this up. Dalton is, of course, just like, hell no, bro, and explains his whole sword. Nen build up, yada yada, cut through whatever, really strong. And he starts by going directly into the wound that he just got. And the wound looks disgusting here, actually, so good job there. No censorship. It actually looked grotesque. And it's gross. He puts the sword in, it's like twisting it around, and the sound, I love this choice. Normally I diss the sound effects on this series, but it sounds like concrete. And that's because I mean Uvo's skin is just like, it's insane. It's not skin, it's whatever the hell.
Yeah, it's inhuman. That's what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's a great choice. I thought I didn't even really think about that, but yeah, no, you're right. It wasn't like a fleshy kind of sound effect.
No,
It was as if he was like trying to cut through like actual steel almost.
Yeah, so cool. I love that decision. But yeah, Uvo doesn't give a shit. He doesn't look like he's in any pain whatsoever. He's just taking it like a champ. And so yeah, he just tells them basically nothing and gives them the whole deal again. Kurapika comes up and punches him dead in the face, holding Baze's bracelet.
So such an important character to Kurapika, huh?
Yeah.
Okay,
Baze.
sure. It's not believable to me at all that he cares that much about Baze.
It's not, but yeah, whatever. It's fine.
It would be cool if there was any kind of build up with that relationship, but there wasn't, so I don't really care. But it looked cool, I guess.
Yeah. Dalsone leaves to take a phone call, and then just saying that, all the Shadow Beasts are dead. Did I say all the troop members died? Sorry, I meant to say all the Shadow Beast members died. My bad, guys. That's actually what happened. But Owl lived and actually kicked all their asses, so doesn't matter.
That's right. Yeah, believe that.
Yeah. Yep. And then we cut to the boys being Leorio, Killua, and Gon again. Their roles in these episodes are hilarious. They are. I honestly could not possibly care any less about what they're doing right now, but we still get it anyways. And so they moved the scene now of Leorio showing that he can only use 10 to here, and it sucks. I hate how fast this scene happens.
It happens incredibly quickly.
It's not even really funny. I barely have time to even understand what I just saw. But yeah, that's all he can do. Funny, haha.
Funny, haha. I mean, that's
His
Leorio
aura
for you in
is
general,
yellow.
right? Yeah, yellow aura.
Yeah, piss aura.
Not for Leorio. Could have been any other
Leorio.
color. Well, maybe not brown aura. That'd be even worse. But,
Yeah, or green.
yeah. There's a lot of shitty colors for aura now that I'm thinking about it, huh?
Yeah, there are. So all this stuff, I just don't care about any of this, to be honest. But I'll get through it. I don't know what the point of these scenes are. It's just they're in their hotel room. Leorio's treating them like kids. And you gotta get to bed on time.
Yep, I'm
You're
your
gonna go for a
father.
walk. Yeah. And he leaves, go on a walk. Again, I think the whole point of this is for people who are watching this for the first time to be like a fake out. Like you think, oh, the person Kurapika's meeting up with is Leorio, but then it's not.
But at the same time, well, okay, it's not that surprising if you remember from the Hunter exam where
Right,
like Kurapika
exactly.
and Hisoka were conversating there. So you could very easily put two and two together if you remember that. But that's the key thing. I think this is a specific situation where it actually rewards the audience for paying attention that early on and like remembering details. So I do like that, I think.
Yeah. And yeah, so the boys left in the hotel room were just talking about the phone, basically, like, I really want to talk to Kurapika, gave him my number, yada yada, he'll get in touch anyways. And now Killua does something very out of pocket.
This is the thing we were being alluded to, I think, right? With
Yes, it
Killua
is.
being very out of pocket, and yeah, he was.
This is very odd. I don't know the rationale for including this, but it's here. So Killua asks Gon if he wants to watch porn on the TV together.
together. Just bros bonding with one another, you know.
Yeah, that's we've done that all the time, Dylan. Right?
Yeah, obviously.
Love doing that with my friends. And Gon doesn't even really acknowledge it. He like blushes for a second, but then he just like goes back to looking at his phone. And yeah, that's that.
Yeah, so
We'll touch
Killua
back on
watches,
that in a second.
Yeah, Killua watches porn all night, presumably.
Awesome, cool.
In the same room with Gon.
What the fuck? What is wrong with him? That is something else, man. Okay.
Yeah, well, yeah, we're not done with that, though. Yeah,
Nope.
remember that.
More on that in a moment. Whatever. Anyways. Okay. So, Kurapika asked to leave so he can go to his meeting. And they are the rest that are behind are just working out like what to do with Uvo. And then we cut. Oh, okay. We cut back to Leorio here, who's just walking the streets. Very atmospheric. It looks nice, but it's also just like, what the hell? What is this?
I feel the same way
It's
about
nothing.
it. It's
literally
actually
nothing.
Yeah. Just
He
casual.
said he was gonna go for a walk, and he goes for a walk.
It reminds me from Fantastic Four. If you've seen that earlier this year, where like the random scenes of the Thing walking the streets, and like it actually just adds nothing to the plot.
Yeah, it's exactly like that. Okay, so then Kurapika meets up with Hisoka, and it plays out how you would expect. Oh, actually, we see none of it yet because then we cut back to very important stuff of Killua watching porn.
Yeah.
So Keela's stanced up, just like gamer lean at the TV.
Gamer lean with headphones on, watching porn,
watching
very,
porn.
very like excitedly at the TV. Yeah.
Yep. And Gon's trying to get his attention, and Keela's like, "Huh? What? Did you say something? I'm watching porn. I'm too busy watching porn. Gon, what?"
Well, he's also like, "Gon, you should seriously come watch this. Man. Get to the good stuff.
Get over here, bro. This is sick. It's getting good." What the fuck, man?
It's so stupid.
It's so dumb. I hate this.
It's really funny though. I can't lie.
It's
for all the
funny.
wrong reasons, but it's so fucking funny.
What the hell is this, man? And then Leorio comes back in. This is so all of the Gon and Killua and Leorio stuff in this episode is so dumb and pointless. Why did they need to have this in here? I don't understand. So Leorio comes into the room. He's like, "I'm back, kids," and go and talks to him for a minute about Kurapika. And he's like, "You should be in bed. Why can't you be more like Killua?" And we see Killua is fully asleep in bed now, even though he was just watching porn a moment ago.
So stupid.
So dumb. It's so dumb. I don't understand. Whatever, bro. I don't know. It happened.
I don't even know what to say about all of this. Like I'm laughing really hard, obviously, but it's also so stupid.
It's hilarious, but I like, what the fuck? Seriously, I just don't understand why we needed any of this. Those characters shouldn't even been in this episode. Period. They did nothing. Nothing in their story progressed at all.
I would have loved to be a fly on the wall for that production meeting of this episode.
Yeah, what was the pitch for this? Just like, dude, we have to have Killua watch porn. Trust me. It's gonna be so funny. The kids are gonna love it. I don't understand. Oh my god. All right. A line I skipped over, but he also was like, "That's the reason I love hotels like this, because you get to watch porn at night."
So you visit hotels often just to watch porn on the TV. Is that what you're implying, Killua?
Oh my god.
Oh my god, someone put a leash on this kid or something, man.
Seriously, he's a problem right now.
Yeah, he's looking like an addict right now. You might need some help, buddy.
Yeah, for real. This is serious. All right, let's get through the rest of this episode. This is just the Kurapika and Hisoka meeting scene. It plays out how you would expect. They talk, and he reveals that his goal is to fight Crollo, and he talks about how he got into the troop in the first place. He killed the fourth member, all that stuff.
Doesn't know anything about the Scarlet Eyes. That was before he joined, etc., etc.
And gives them any information he has, just about 13 members and all that, yada yada, and offers to form an alliance.
Out of convenience, like it's very emphasized there.
Yes. It's not like they're buds, just mutual interest currently. So
better to work together for their own goals.
Then
Twitch Kurapika basically just replies, "Meet back here tomorrow, same time, same place."
That's actually a little later, but yeah, I mean, might as well say that now. But yeah, he does say that.
Yeah.
But yeah, then back to Uvo. He's laying there. Dalsone comes in with a bunch of mafia members that came to check him out, right? Nope, they are the Phantom Troop, and they killed Dalsone. Rest in peace. Another one down. I liked Dalsone too. Poor guy.
Yeah, but also that was kind of that you've captured a troop member, and that you know from earlier from the other guys transporting them or transporting Uvo that they're on that they want to get him back. Why? I don't understand why you would ever leave yourself alone at the very least for any amount of time around Uvo. That was kind of stupid, I thought.
Yeah, and it's also the fact that he knows that the Shadow Beasts are dead. So you should also assume that all the troop is fine as well. So just be on the lookout, man. They're gonna come for him.
Yeah. Also, I want to make note, if they're saying all the Shadow Beasts are dead, is that implying in this adaptation that Owl actually for real died?
No, I just don't think they know they captured him. We'll see later. I mean, maybe they change that. That would be insane. I would hope not.
I'd be sad.
Yeah, bro. What the hell? There's no way. I'm pretty sure they don't know that they captured him.
Also, with future reference, that would make Crollo having Owl's ability very odd, considering our theories
it wouldn't be possible.
Yeah,
actually.
We'll see then. I guess.
I think it's just a cover up. I just don't think they know. But, anyways, though.
Either way, Dalsone kind of stupid for being alone, but rest in peace.
And he dies. And guys, can I say something about Shizuku in a suit?
Kind
of.
Yeah, kind of.
Kind of. You know. It works.
Yeah, let's just say we want to see more of it, right?
Yeah, let's just say I wouldn't mind if I saw a couple more episodes of that.
Also, Machi in a suit. She didn't look half bad.
Yeah, not bad. I got women in
Well,
suits.
she was wearing like a beanie with the suit on. I don't know about that look specifically, but you know.
Yeah. Yeah, they look good though. So then Daltone gets up and he's like, I gotta buy time, even if it's 30 seconds or a minute. I gotta do something. What a hero,
man. Yeah. Okay, yeah, what a hero, but okay, man. Give it up, man. It's over.
And then, yeah, we cut back to Kurapika and Leorio and not Leorio, Hisoka. What the hell, Leorio? And they, you know, it's what Dylan said. He says, meet back here tomorrow. That's basically all that's important there.
Mm-hmm. Although they did this like nice little like, not like a widescreen shot, but like it's like a cinematic kind of shot where like the top and like bottom borders are like very like thinned out, like as they're discussing this. Or discussing the rest of their conversation. I thought that was kind of nice. Gives it a cinematic feel for this scene. Not that it needed it. I think it was a pretty simple conversation, but I don't know. I just thought it was neat.
Yeah, it is cool. Uvo got out. He's on the move, but he says, I am not going back to Crollo until I kill this chain user. This needs to happen now. So that will happen.
That will happen.
And we see everybody else on the move, and we end with Daltone, which I actually love this ending to the episode. It's really cool.
I do too.
Daltone's slumped against the table dead, his own sword sticking in his shoulder, and the little light from a phone ringing.
Yep, the phone is ringing, and it fades to black as the phone rings, and we see like the light just like blinking in the dark.
Yeah, so cool. I that's a really cool way to end the episode. I love that.
I agree. Yeah, that was damn. Like, I as much as like I don't really care about Daltone, like, you know, it kind of made me feel a little bit like, damn, like poor guy. Like, it's kind of a very what's the word I'm looking for here? Very like somber like ending to the episode.
Yeah, for sure. All right, so that's our set of episodes this week. Really good stuff. I mean, can't complain. Weird Killua moment aside, it's good stuff.
Yeah, I don't know how to accurately judge that moment. In all honesty, but the whole batch as a whole really good. I'm very much looking forward to the next batch. Like now knowing that the Uvo fight is coming up, but
it's gonna be amazing.
I thought, especially for showcasing Uvo specifically, this batch of episodes was wonderful for that. So, really,
very Uvo focused this week.
Yeah, little to no complaints on that note. I think everything looked really good. Sound design was, you know, if there was anything weird, it wasn't as noticeable. And with even cool decisions with like the Uvo, like, you know, sword through the skin stuff, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I really liked it. It was really good.
Yeah, same here. I had a really good time with this batch, and I am obviously extremely excited for next batch. We're getting to banger stuff next week.
Yeah, it's becoming more and more apparent just how much more care they're putting into York New here than every other thing that they've adapted up until this point.
Yeah, they were definitely excited to get to this.
To say the least. Not that that's a bad thing, but, you know, in retrospect to the other arcs, it's like, wow. Like, imagine if we had this level of quality on those as well.
Yeah, especially Heaven's Arena, man. That shit got done dirty. All right. I think that's all we got, so let's go ahead and see what you guys had to say.
Yeah, let's go ahead and get to reading. Okay, now it's time to read what you guys have to say about Hunter x Hunter 1999 episodes 52 through 54. I know you guys have commented on these like a while back now, so apologies that we're just now reading these. But usual reminder, if you want to get in discussing any given topic week to week, make sure you keep an eye out for the YouTube community posts as well as our call-out posts on Twitter and Bluesky. And of course, if you want to email us your thoughts, you can always do so at hunterassociationpod@gmail.com. I will let Kaige take it away here for the first comment here from Milu Kitty on Bluesky.
All right, first up from Milu Kitty, who says, Episode 52, in Spanish dub, Phaeton has a super feminine voice. He does in Japanese as well, and
I mean, yeah, I believe that.
it is it's a choice. Honestly, I can comfortably say now that I don't really like it for Phaeton. It just
Really?
doesn't work for me. I don't know. It just reads to me like they had no idea how old or what Phaeton even was when they recorded this audio. It
I
just
mean,
doesn't feel like him.
it sounds kiddish enough to me, I think, but like,
Well, he's not a kid. That's the whole
but
thing.
he's not. But like, I don't know. Phaeton's a weird one for me to think about when it comes to like what he should sound like, just because like like his speech is kind of like impeded to a degree, right?
Mm-hmm.
So like, I don't know. It's a little weird, but I do read him as like on the younger end compared to at least the other troop members. But
He's one of the founding members.
yeah, but I don't know. Maybe it's just like the whole fact that he's like a pipsqueak, the runt of the troop, basically, right? In terms of like size. I don't know. It's weird for me. It's not my point being. I'm kind of getting off track with that. Like it doesn't seem that out of the realm of possibility to me. Like that voice. I can take it or leave it.
Yeah, he is 5'1". That is pretty short.
Yeah.
That is pretty short. Fair, but I mean, yeah, his age isn't actually even known,
Well, there
but
you
presumably in his mid-20s. Okay, so continues and says, let's go on the auction. Now the Kisser girl has a dress. Unfortunately, she doesn't last long. The dress did look great, though, but not as good as the suit.
Yeah.
Our guy, our star, our owl.
That's bars right there. Put that on,
It is.
in a
It really
frame.
is.
Yeah.
Yeah. Episode 53, they're so chill playing cards. Man, what good teeth Uvo has. The worm guy looks pregnant. Yes, the worm did look pregnant.
The worm guy looked pregnant, but like Leech acted like he was pregnant the way he was rubbing his
Yeah,
the entire time.
yeah. The leech guy is actually disgusting. I had a bad time. Yeah, don't we all? God, I hate that guy so much.
Freak.
Melody is such a beautiful character. She's so kind. Absolutely. Owl is coming. Episode 54. It's here. Our king. Beautiful eyes. The other shadow beasts don't matter. True. Absolutely true. He is the shadow beast.
Yeah, he is the shadow beast. Absolutely. The only one that matters.
The famous TV scenes in the hotel. Damn kids. Uvo versus Kurapika peak is coming. Yes.
I can't wait to see. Yeah, I have high hopes for this adaptation of it for sure.
Yeah. I'm really excited. I've never seen anything from it, so I'm really excited to see it.
Me neither. Yeah, or not that I remember. Anyways, if I have, it was like years and years and years ago. So yeah, can't wait. All right, thank you, Mila Kitty, for the comment.
Mm-hmm.
Really appreciate that. Next up, we have one from Issa. I had to come back for this one, and there is only one thing to say. Ow. # give back Keith's wife. That's a deep cut now.
Deep cut. Yeah.
I'm not. I won't elaborate on it. You're rewarded enough if you remember that. But yeah, go check out the Owl retrospective comments, I guess.
Please do.
Yeah. We get a little reply chain here as well that I'll just mention. Nah, it's chill. He can keep her. I'm over it, to be honest. He's just the GOAT for real. I can't complain.
Thank you for coming back, Keith. We haven't seen Keith in a while, but he had to come through just for this, I guess.
I respect it. Yeah, no, thank you. Really appreciate that, Keith. And your comment as well, Lisa. That it made me laugh when I read it the first time. Thank you.
Yes. All right. Time for the big three.
The big three, yeah.
Starting off with Magitech, who says, the return of the goat, or rather, the owl. Hey, I like that. Episode 52. And we began with a new scene of Gon and company having a break, and Killua noticing mobsters on their way to the auction. This is something this version will do. inter in, intercalated.
Is that a
What's
word?
that word? I don't know that word.
He's like
well,
having a crisis. He's like, I don't know that word.
I don't know that.
To insert something between layers in a crystal lattice, geological formation, or other structure.
All right,
Yeah.
right on. Scenes to show what's happening at the same time. I like it. Sometimes I like it.
It depends. It depends for me. It's kind
Yeah.
of a nuanced thing, but
I much prefer Neon in '99. I don't know. They just do things to make her feel less vain. Like here, we can see her crying on in her sleep, and it just feels genuine. Yeah, but remember the reason she's crying is ridiculous. I don't know. I get it, but I think she's about the same. She's just an insane person, basically.
I think that at least 2011 probably exaggerates it a bit more, which is why it feels a little less so here. But like she's still very much portrayed as like a child, you know? So
Yeah.
like not really a big difference to me, I think. But I do like her design in 99 more than 2011 at the very least.
I do too.
I can agree to that much.
The pink is really great. I love it, actually. And we get to another highlight of this arc, the talk between Melody and Kurapika. This is the start of a common theme on this arc. A lot of scenes are going to be almost the same, but the cinematography are going to make them feel rather different. Yeah. I much prefer this version. The green tint in 2011 doesn't do it for me. Fair. I think they did a better job here as well.
Yeah, I agree.
Sometimes you never know you wanted something till you see it, like Uva wearing sunglasses at the cemetery building. Because Togashi is a man of subtlety, we reunite with your bodyguard trio. And I'm just going to say it, the close-up of Baze is just... Sure. I mean, yeah, Baze looks good.
She's a good-looking woman.
Die. And so, and as the auction massacre is about to start, we see something I alluded last time with Dalsone. Ilvelenkov has noticed that a lot of the mob families are just not here. The same ones that got their fortune told, and yet our team is. Character relations is at the heart of many things in Hunter x Hunter, but the story being as it is, there are many details that are overlooked by the narrative, and as such, we overlook them too. Like Pizzo never finding out Meruem's name. Yeah, oh yeah, I always forget that.
Wow, yeah, that detail escapes me, admittedly.
Yeah.
Whew.
Or the likelihood Tompa having met Jing during the Hunter exam, or alternatively him knowing Menchi just a few years before she became an examiner. Wonder what she would have said about his juice.
I don't want to know.
And here we have another one. Dalsone sending his team into a death trap knowingly so. You can argue that this was also the case in other versions, just that he didn't care. But I didn't think so. But I don't think so. This is not even brought up in any form in any other version. It's just not there. You can say he didn't care just as much as I could say, oh, he forgot, and have just the same weight. That's a really good point, yeah. As the massacre starts, we see the 99 team really try to give Ilvelenkov some importance. I guess.
I mean,
if you want to call it that.
Sure, yeah, by technicality, but like, it didn't amount to shit, let's be real.
Yeah. With him joining in the defense, as feeble as it might have been, and later sacrificing himself to protect Baze from Shizuku. In 2011, he dies while trying to call the boss, and in the manga, he does nothing. So... Speaking of Shizuku, I'm betting money that this is going to be her ultimate on Nen Impact. Wait, what?
Wait, what?
What is? Like...
Just like bashing someone in the head?
Hitting somebody over the head with Blinky?
I mean, that'd be
maybe.
par for the course for a lot of the other ultimates. So
yeah, to be fair, you're right. That would be fucking hilarious.
The neck chop from Miram, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, what do you guys think of Blinky here? That color scheme is something alright. With how mute the color palettes tend to be, the bright red almost feels noir-esque.
Yeah, we talked about that a little bit in the discussion. I mean, like, it was definitely, like, jarring at first. I don't think I mind it that much, just because, like, it's like a blood red, so, like, it kind of, like, still feels a bit, like fitting slash like a menacing kind of color scheme, right? But
Yeah.
I'm just so used to like the coloring in 2011 also that like
Yeah, I know.
yeah, neither here or there.
Yeah,
It's
it's fine. Just different. And I will say, in the next time she used it, it did the lighting was different. It looked a little like less bright.
Yeah,
So
maybe it's a
maybe
lighting
that
thing.
was just a weird example.
Yeah, who knows? Well, I'll have to see more of it, I guess, but it looks fine. Moving on to the next part of this comment. Also, that guy is killed by Franklin here, which is manga accurate. Phaeton does not have a claw hand. The Phaeton / Zoldyck connection is a conspiracy perpetuated by Big 2011. Wake up, people.
Big 2011. Yeah, I know. I don't agree with that theory, but
no, I think it's kind of stupid personally, but
yeah,
whatever. It's a theory. People like it, I guess.
yeah.
Back with Karapika, we get some back and forth with him and Dalzone trying to figure out what happened, all while the spider is already leaving the building. Just small things to give some weight to the situation. They did escape pretty quickly, huh? Yeah, they were in and out. In short, I love this version of the auction massacre. There's a very intense feeling of dread and inevitability to it. They did a good job building up to the actual like auction like massacre taking place. I will say that much for sure.
Yeah, and how sudden it happens is really cool too.
Episode 53, In Hot Pursuit of the Hot Air Balloon. Gotta love the inclusion that Shalnark just stole a random deck of cards he found at the auction. Also, something that I don't think 2011 captures as well, Uvo's height. For the record, he's 2.58 meters or 8'4". Holy shit.
Wow.
Basketball players are lucky to get to 7 feet. He is a giant. Yeah, put this man on the Lakers right now. They need him.
That'd be crazy.
8'4". Holy shit. I can't even imagine someone being that tall.
No, that's that's insane.
That's it. That's unfathomable to me.
He'd step on you, Dylan.
Yeah, he would, actually. Dude, I'd actually be like the length of their leg, probably.
Yeah, you might.
I don't want to think about
Holy
that.
Shit, that's crazy.
Anyways, this version really likes to emphasize how absolutely nonchalant the rest of the troop is while all this is going on. Yeah, and I love that. It's just another day for them. Uvo's doing Uvo stuff. Sorry, but that super bazooka just looks more super here. Or just looks more super here. Not bazooka. Okay, fair enough. Direct hit. He has to be dead. Shizuku. Ito. Doubt.
Yeah.
Just a lot of action, not much to actually comment, but then the Shadow Beasts appear, and oh god, just when you thought Worm couldn't get more disturbing. Yeah, I'm telling you, this is the most disturbing depiction of him, of any of the adaptations.
Yeah, horrific. He's a freak.
Designs aside, I love the music that plays in this part, really dramatic and hype.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was really
soundtrack. Good. We don't talk about the soundtrack
no,
as
we
much
don't.
as we should,
I always forget to.
Yeah, but it's no complaints on the soundtrack, especially in York News so far. I think everything's been very fitting for the most part.
Yeah.
The detail of Worm being stronger underground is a 99 edition, but makes perfect sense as a Nen condition, and that Big Bang impact is gorgeous. And here's where we get the reveal of Uvo's tramp stamp. We're not about to call that a tramp stamp, man.
Yeah, come on
now. But yeah, I didn't realize that Worm being stronger underground is a 99 edition.
That does make sense, though. I didn't even bat an eye at that.
No, me neither. I just thought that was from the source, to be honest. Also, extra points for having Worm's hand still holding his arm. Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool.
The fight is good, and I love Uvo's expression once he realizes he's paralyzed. That's a I'm done playing around face. Okay, I'm not one to complain about the sound effects. It really doesn't bother me, but that crunch was weird.
Oh, he bit the head. Yeah, it was a little, like, comical, but
I mean, that kind of a comical, like, scene in the first place, if you think about it, right? He just bit off that dude's skull.
Yeah.
Whatever, yeah. Everything still happens the same except for the absence of Dalzone, and we get our first look at Chain Jail, which, correct me if I'm wrong, but we never get to see in 2011. Like, we see the technique, sure, but we never see the hook part of the chain.
Yes, that is true. We do not. They don't show the hook.
Wow. He has a hook here. I thought something looked a little off about that, but I couldn't pinpoint what it was, but I think it was that. No,
Yeah, it's yeah, I don't remember what it looks like in 2011. Well, you just don't see the tip of it like ever. That's all it is. There's never a reason to show like the front end of it.
Right.
You just see the chain.
In any case, in spite of these last parts feeling a bit rushed, the episode still ends on a great note. That it does.
Episode 54, we began with a car chase, and Kroppik has no pity for this fool. I appreciate that they clearly show Uvo choking, while in 2011 he's just sitting there, completely indifferent. But as the troop is about to catch them, they are stopped by, pause for dramatic effect, Owl. In all his 90s glory. Oh, and the rest of the Shadow Beasts, whatever. Yeah, I mean, what can you possibly say about the rest of the Shadow Beasts? One of them speaks once, and that's it. Cool.
So stupid, yeah.
Back at HQ with Dalsone showing us what his sword can do and ready to torture Uvo, and this time he goes for the open wound, something other versions should have thought of. Which, by the way, this bed just looks so much cooler here. Yeah.
I didn't realize he went for like the open wound specifically, or like I didn't like. I obviously now that I'm thinking about it, like duh, but like yeah, I didn't pick up on that when I was watching. That's cool.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's really cool. Dalsone trying with all his strength to pierce his defenses. Uvo, meanwhile, when was the last time I ate? Yeah, love it. Uvo claims that Dalsone's sword managed to pierce 5 millimeters. For all of you non-metric peasants, that's 0.19 inches. 0.19 inches. That's not how we would say that, but sure, I get it. Or the length of an eraser at the top of your pen. Wow.
That's crazy. Absolutely nothing, basically.
Yeah. Also, very nice detail, Kroppik punching him while holding Baze's bracelet. Yeah, but the bracelet is just so funny to me. Like, that's not like an iconic Baze thing.
No.
Whatever, we talked about it enough. Like I said, man, Dylan, if you wore a bracelet, I'd never know that was yours. If I found it somewhere, I would never know.
No.
This is such a random thing, especially if it was like if it said Dylan Boggs on it, or it said like I'm awesome and my name is Dylan. Yeah. But there's nothing like Baze about it. It's just a metal ring.
I need to get a bracelet like that now. I am awesome and my name is Dylan. Just for the off chance, you know?
You you really should. I think that suits you, bro. It'd be a good fashion statement.
Yeah, I think I'd get a lot of comments on it, right? A lot of good ones.
Yeah. Well, yeah, because everybody would notice it.
That's
just
right.
like Baze. Right. I'm awesome and my name is Dylan. I love that so much. Anyways, and while all this is happening, Leorio learns there's more to Nen than just 10. Yeah, it's such a random scene. Again, I do not like that group's inclusion in this episode. I think it feels like shit. Whatever. Also, I hope you like that eclipse image. It's going to be here for a while. Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Back with, and we do like it, by the way.
Yeah.
Back with Gon and Killua and more original 99 content. Leorio's going out to do some stuff, I guess. Not really. He just kind of walks. And meanwhile, Killua, well, I've been trying to think of what to say about this for a while, so I'll limit myself to just 2 points. 1. Whoever didn't try anything like this at that age may throw the first stone. 2. I much prefer this non-canon edition than Gon's canonical love life back on Whale Island. Sure. I guess.
I'm not really sure what to say about either of these 2 points, if I'm being completely honest here.
Yeah, I mean, I personally, all around, I think the series would be better if that scene wasn't in it. But I can't say I prefer that to anything personally.
Maybe we could have had a scene of like what Leorio was like actually doing, walking around the town instead of that. But
yeah, sure. Have him meet somebody. I don't know. Run into I don't know, a woman.
oh, a woman. Yeah, that's right. That's right.
I don't know, anything. And back with the plot, Kurapika has a hot date with a hot clown, but no time for that. We have a Leorio montage. I love this. Huh? All right, let's hear this.
Dude, does that count as a montage? Like, I'm serious question here.
I guess technically it is a montage of different scenes and locales, but he's not doing anything. Anyways, the implication before being that Leorio was going out and having fun, while in reality he went to promote their arm wrestling matches, and the whole atmosphere is so good, so laid-back urban night. What? He was promoting their arm wrestling matches? Did you pick up on that?
No, but it happened so quickly that I'm not like I wouldn't be surprised if I just missed that detail.
I'll believe it. I guess. I don't know. Either way, I see no point in that scene, and to say you love that is wild. Like, holy shit. But all right.
It's like a ironic I love this, but I don't think it is. So
no, who knows? Maybe. I respect it. All right, and back with Hisoka in his not Gotham City-esque type hideout that 2011 decided to give him. I love that, though. I don't know. I can't see that. And back with Killua showing us the mastery of hiding the evidence and pretending you were asleep technique. Back with Dalsone falling victim of the trap of the spider and getting stabbed by Finks. I really love this moment in 2011. If anything, for Uvo headbutting the top of the door. Oh my god, that's a classic, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh god, I love that part so much. It's so cool. But yeah, 99 has its moments too, like Shizuku slowly putting her fingers in her ears in anticipation. But here's the big difference: Dalsone surviving being impaled through the chest long enough to trying to buy time, or whatever precious seconds, for his team to escape, bleeding out of his eyes and ears from Uvo's scream. And so our episode ends with Dalsone's corpse sitting on that room, stabbed by his own sword, as the light of the ringing phone slowly fades into blackness. Yes.
Yeah, that was a great episode ender.
Yeah, really, really good. That'll stick with me. I really did like that last shot a lot.
99 is really good with this is even going like even before York knew. I think they're very consistent with like having like really memorable like moments to end episodes on. I feel like.
Yeah, that's true.
There's gonna be episodes you can point out where that's not the case, obviously, but I feel like they've been pretty consistent about that, and even more so with York New.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you for the comment. Okay, next up we have insert name. Killua has specific tastes in entertainment and wants to watch with his bro. Yeah, okay, man.
Right.
This is obviously the weird Killua thing. Weird as fuck inclusion. I forget where, but I believe it was explained externally. He picked this up on assassination missions. What?
Sure, man. All right.
Not much to say there. It's just very weird and one of the most bizarre things in the adaptation. I eagerly await your reaction. Well, I hope it didn't disappoint.
Yeah, it's just bizarre, man.
Yeah, that's all I can really say about it. It's bizarre. The scene in the interior of the auction is especially bad, having the shots flat out exclude the audience and making the scene lose the scope of the murder. It doesn't help that they are covered up by the 1999 darkness as well. Everything is so zoomed that it distracts from the scene.
I get it, yeah.
I get it, for sure.
Yeah.
The pacing also is really fast. It's obvious with the bloat they are trying to accelerate to the major material. The pacing was pretty quick. I will say that much. I don't think it was to the detriment necessarily, But you could definitely tell they were like trying to speed stuff up along at certain points.
Yeah, 100%.
Again, not that that's a bad thing, but I do also notice that. Obligatory is too damn dark. It's as dark as episode 6 in places and actually does cover up things like Bonelanov making them harder to notice.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was trying to think of like a counterpoint to that, but no, you're right.
No, he's right.
They removed Baze from the suit. What a shame. Yeah.
But we get Shizuku.
We do get Shizuku's suit. One aspect of her design here that I find very interesting is her eyes are drawn more complex than the other characters in her shots. For example, Ilvenkov and Sachimono both just have black dots, but she has defined pupils and irises. Makes her draw the eye well. I bet that was the intent too, because she's yeah. Well, glad we're in agreement. While I get that Phaeton having a quirk is a classic softening of a cool character, frequently in scenes like this, when he is the auctioneer, we see him where he has to deliver lines without the tick, which makes the gimmick weird as it exists in some scenes but doesn't in others. Is it a choice?
I figure he can talk normal when he's like told to, but it's not his natural. It's like putting on an accent. Like I could talk in a country accent right now if I wanted to, but that's not my normal speaking voice.
Yeah, that's
it's
kind of how
thing
I
for
read
him,
this
just
too.
reversed.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. I really dislike Sachimono's aura. It comes across sickly and doesn't look good with his abilities or match his personality. Also, the scene where he gets shot is so goofy. He's talking at normal speed while his body is rocking while he's in slow motion.
I agree.
Yeah, he wasn't thinking like internally, was he? He was just like straight up talking out loud, right?
I think. I don't even remember.
That's funny. And it's zoomed, and the people he's protecting are blocked by the 99 darkness. I'm also not a fan of the angle they showed his balloons being popped. Honestly, most of the stuff with Franklin's bullets look off.
I don't know about all that, but that scene in particular, yes, it was pretty weird.
Yeah. So, this is the first time we ever see Ilvenkov use Nen. Seeing him imbue aura onto chairs and then throw them and manipulate their movements makes you suspect he is some sort of manipulator. It's possible he just has generic telekinesis or manipulation, but I like to think he can only use it on chairs. Neat inclusion.
Leave it to insert name to actually speculate about his Nen ability. That's my guy. I'd expect nothing less.
Chair Nen. That's
Chair Nen.
Peak.
Add that to the wiki.
Yeah. They knew what they were doing with the slowed down bays, and I am all here for it.
She's about to die, bro. He's running for her life. I don't know, man.
I wasn't thinking about all that when that scene was happening. That's just me, though. That said, Shizuku moving at normal speed as she is moving in slow motion looks jank as hell. I mean, yes, but I just read that as like Shizuku is just like fast as fuck.
Fast as hell.
Yeah. And on the topic of Shizuku, I hate the color of Blinky in this version. Red matches with the color of blood, which is involved in most of its uses, so picking a contrasting color is important. Oh, okay, it needs to contrast for it to work. Not okay. I'm different in that case then, because like it reminded me of blood, so I thought it was like fitting. That's interesting. Mm-hmm. They appear to use black to avoid this, but I'm not a fan of the black blood in this version.
They do have a lot of black blood.
Yeah, some of that I feel like is like kind of like a lighting thing where like, if you squint at it hard enough, it could be like dark red, right? But I don't know. Mm-hmm. 99 has the darkness in its veins, it seems. In general, though, it creates an issue in the aftermath cleanup. The darkness and zoomed-in nature of the scene, the black blood, and the matte color Blinky create a scene that obfuscates the details and just lacks the visual identity of the action. The mixture of comedy and brutality that makes her ability work just doesn't come through. I think a lot of that's chalked up though that like 99 definitely is like avoiding censorship, or like yeah, they're definitely trying to like avoid censorship rules and shit like as much as they possibly can, right? So like a lot of scenes are done weirdly, especially with Shizuku and Blinky. They can't just like show like corpses being sucked up into the vacuum that easily, right?
Yeah. Yeah. But I mean, I don't think anybody will say that this looked better than 2011.
Oh no. I'm not arguing that at all.
Yeah.
But
Yeah. But
just
yeah,
reasoning here.
you know, I think it's fine. Also, as a general observation, there is a severe lack of panic in this version. Okay, let me read what you say first. The people who come on the scene are far too composed compared to the other versions where everyone is trying to make sense of what happened. Okay, I get you now. Yeah. Feels like they did the bare minimum and kept to the status quo instead of playing up the feeling in the air and having all the scenes from the massacre at the auction, to Uvogin feel like a mad dash to respond. I agree. So I just don't feel as strongly. So I go back and rewatch a good deal of Hunter x Hunter 99 in snippets and single episodes. I have watched Uvo versus the Mafia from 2011 pretty regularly. Me as well. I think Dylan too. I don't watch the 99 version pretty much ever. I generally don't have a high opinion of the fights in 99, largely because I do think most of them are afterthoughts, but this is an odd one in that I do think they cared. I just don't care for their product. Huh. That's sad to hear.
That's really sad to hear. Yeah, I had a great time with this.
Yeah, I thought it was great. Not better than 2011 again, but I think what it had was really good. The musical choice leading into the fight sounds like elevator music. Damn, complete opposite of what Magitech was saying. 99 soundtrack is not doing it any favors in the beginning. This fight, 2011's music choice is relatively repetitive, but it has a Pavlovian response in the viewer that 1999 wishes it had here. Yes, I agree with that, but I agree.
But also, like 2011 soundtrack versus 1999's is like Hydrogen Bomb versus Coffin Baby.
Right.
Like it's not even fair to bring up.
Yeah, you're talking about like one of the most iconic soundtracks in anime history compared to mostly forgettable like MIDI music. So, It is what it is. That said, once the fight starts proper, we do get the horns blasting. I also think lingering on the Mafia perspectives more than the Phantom Troop would have helped here since they actually have more tension coming into this. Fair. The Uvo fight is still good, but it has a sum of a bunch of small 99 things that just irk me. For one, the visual contrast here is just kind of lacking, with the bright light plastered over the rock matching Uvogin's skin tone. It just removes an element of potential visual interest. It also has a problem we have discussed before of zoomed-in shot composition. It's less bad here as... oops, I've lost my place. As the stuff presented here is actually worthy of that shot, such as biting the bullet or getting reactions from the Mafia, but it still adds up to minor inconvenience. There's a weird series of shots during the rampage where we get a shot at like hip level where we just kind of see his arms moving and actually shows more action than is present in 2011, but somehow feels like it presents less information due to kind of restricting it from frame. In general, it's pretty clear 99 is fine with showing the implication of violence. Yeah, but never directly showing, or at least rarely directly. Ragdolling numerous of the soldiers, but is scared to keep them on the screen for extended periods of time, else the audience realizes the brutality. One other visual choice that looks kind of odd here is the auras. They feel much more opaque than normal. There are a couple odd scenes where Uvo's just kind of flickers on and off that feel so static and lacking in life I expect from aura. It doesn't help the color looks off with it being significantly more saturated than the desaturated colors of his palette. The Shadow Beast sharing the same color also comes across very samey, and their auras contort to weird flow-like shapes that feel much more at home in a Scooby-Doo cartoon than Hunter x Hunter. Very interesting complaints here. I didn't notice any of this, but sure. I also just don't like the vehicles being represented by lens flare. Kind of looks tacky. That said, we still get some on-screen violence that get focused, though some of those aren't without oddities also. Uvo has this weird sense of timing for it, timing for a lot of these punches that come off as comedic, like when he counter punches Worm like a second after his surprise attack. It doesn't help that some of these feel like the leech brain bite, have a very odd sound effect that take me out of it. There's an odd
I've never seen this word in my life.
Staccato effect? I don't know what that is. To action where the inclination to stay static, to save on animation, and the swift action just feels deeply off-putting to me. I don't really think in isolation any of these instances are a problem, but in conjunction, something just feels distinctly off about the movement. Everyone feels a little too weightless. That said, Uvo's punch is completely different from the rest. It has great impact on it. A big bang impact, if you will.
Oh, yeah.
Visually stimulates me and gives us a wonderful reaction image of the troop getting blown away while playing BS. I mean, just look at Shizuku. That was hilarious. I do think the troop interrupt the action too much, but yeah, I do agree, but whatever.
They definitely are treated as like the exposition dumpers in this entire scene, right?
Yeah.
A little much, but at the same time, like they're presented so nonchalantly while it's happening that like it kind of adds to just like Uvo's presence, I guess, best way to put it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
In a way, like maybe that sounds a bit too like roundabout, but I don't know. I don't mind it that much. But yeah, a lot of these complaints that you have, I definitely didn't really pick up on when I watched it. Maybe it's just because those aspects aren't as important to me. Could be possible. But yeah, really, really interesting to hear all this now. After what I thought was a great episode overall.
Yeah, same here.
Last part of insert names comment. I actually kind of like the way Worms look. He looks, or Worm looks, I guess. Okay, he looks more distinctly warm colored. Really heightens his sense of weirdness and off-putting appearance too. First time hearing Worm's power increases exponentially underground. That's an interesting condition, to be honest. Didn't feel out of place either. I don't know why it wasn't a thing to begin with, to be honest.
Yeah, I like that.
Melody's music really hits here. Probably the best version of that scene. Oh.
I don't agree. I do not agree. Yeah. But I like the music, yeah.
Interesting. I don't know which one I like more. Probably 2011's, but I don't mind this one here too. I respect this. I'd normally complain about the Phantom Troops standing in a puddle of the inky black void overlooking a crater with a texture that obscures Uvogan, but Karapika grabbing Uvogan is sick as fuck in this version. The hook is so dynamic and the setup is amazing. Karapika really has an immense amount of presence here. Yeah, they went out of their way to make sure that like he was like the guy like when that was happening, right? I prefer Gyo's consistent expression in 2011, but his glowing eyes are just so cool. Not to mention the purple aura clinging to his chains is just incredibly vibrant. Karapika's design has more of an edge to it, which I enjoy here, as opposed to the aggressively rounded model they use for most of the show. Yeah, he looked a lot more like sharp in terms of like his character model and whatnot, right? Maybe that was just me, but I feel like they really added to just like his presentation in these episodes.
Yeah, I agree.
The way the lingering thread attached to Uvo looks is actually really cool in this version. Oh, you talking about the Machi thread, as they were following him. Yeah, that looked cool. Owl's intro looks sick as fuck here, and the action and face he has here is dope. I'll restrict my Owl discussion to this, as otherwise it would take up a full comment.
That's fair. I get that.
Yeah, thank you. I bet you are not expecting Delzone to steal an episode.
Dylan sure wasn't, because I know he didn't give a shit.
Steal is a strong word, at least to me, but yeah, I
thought he was sick. I really liked him.
Let me be clear. I respect a lot what they tried to do with him. It just didn't work that well for me. Like, that's well. Fair. Like, that's kind of like my exclamation point on that. Right. It was still good, but I don't know. Maybe that's just me being a Dalzone hater. Giving Dalzone a codified Nen ability and everything around it is fantastic. Not only is the showcase a way to build up tension before having Uvogan crush it, but it's just a really cool idea. Most of the abilityless guys like him and says, I assume, are just enhancers, and this is a great exhibition of how that looks. The way the blade almost acts as though it's being quenched in the stone is amazing. The yellow aura and the text gives a real sense of ritual and heft to the scene. Kurapika's blank stare as Delzone is giving his all but barely making it into his flesh is haunting and perfectly establishes his perspective of a haunted individual staring at people, newbies out of their death. A stark departure to when Delzone had the upper hand over him. He also gets a good deal of focus on his sacrifice to get the others away. I think he steals the episode, and this moment stands out as probably my favorite edition of 1999. It just works. Whew. Well, it's certainly one of the editions in 99 that probably works the best out of all of their attempts. I will give it that much credence. And it does make Delzone a better character. I'll also concede that. I just don't know if it makes it that much better to me, than what it was before. I don't know. Like, he still just kind of looks stupid, I think, for, kind of letting himself get killed there, basically. But
fair. I really liked it.
Leorio's walk has ambiance and is a great way to show the ambient normalcy of the moment with just a hint of the chaos through the audio.
Okay, man.
Leorio walk lover. Are we in the minority, Kaige?
I don't get it. I do not get it.
Not having a scene of the Phantom Troop intercepting the call, I think, kind of ruined their arrival. It comes out of nowhere, whereas in the other versions, it builds up their competency and intel gathering capabilities. Showcases a member's abilities and builds a sense of dramatic irony. I forgot, there was actually like intel gathering and stuff in the other adaptations.
Yeah.
So they kind of rushed that a bit. Unfortunate.
Yeah, a little. It's a weird thing.
But like,
and they rush some things and then slow down on others.
Yeah, but at the same time, here, like, it's already been implied they're more than capable of tracking down these guys. So like, it didn't really read as like out of nowhere to me. But that's also with like with information already had, I guess. Maybe not. Maybe as a new viewer, it's a little more confusing.
Yeah.
But yeah,
right,
thank you for the comment, Mr.
Yes. Next is from Phillard Millmore, who says, episode 52. The cute music over this episode titled Underground Auction Annihilation Machine Gun is the perfect way to start the batch. I've always loved this conversation between Kurapika and Melody. It flows so naturally for their characters, which serves to establish their compatibility early on. Melody is a perfect complementary character to Kurapika, and this scene shows why. Speaking of Melody, you asked last episode, and yes, Senritsu means melody in Japanese. Yeah, I figured. If you listen closely to Crollo's Requiem later on, you can hear him say it. Oh. How about that? I will actually listen for that. Melody was crippled and had her nen awakened by the Sonata of Darkness. I imagine it can be assumed then that the Sonata is nen in some form as well. Yeah. While I don't expect a conclusion to this storyline, it's always possible that this curse and her past in general will come up again, given she's in the current arc. I think it will.
I think it will too.
I think she's going to make it to the Dark Continent, and there will be developments about it there. I really think so.
Sonata of Darkness really reads to me as something that would originate from the Dark Continent, to be honest, just from the vibe of it, So I would bet
that a creature from the Dark Continent is what wrote the Sonata of Darkness.
Yeah,
that's the Satan-like creature.
Wouldn't be surprised at all.
It's not in here, but one of my favorite lines comes from the 2011 version of this scene when Melody says, "I was hoping one devil may know another." Ah, yeah. I think it's a good sentence to wrap up her expositing, and says quite a bit about her and her perception of the underworld they're working for. On the different approaches, 2011 has more shot differentiation, but I prefer the colors in 99, so both have their upsides and downsides. Yeah. Even though Sachmono audibly says 11 black children, my subtitles read 11 assistants. Ours said like bubble or balloon soldiers or something. I don't know why they do that, but yeah, he definitely does say 11 black children very audibly.
Yeah, I can't remember exactly what the text was, but now, because, like, obviously it could differ. But yeah, he said 11 black children, and it definitely did not say that in the subtitles.
No.
I noticed that immediately.
I mean, like, yeah, I know it's a dumb name to an English speaker, but, like, you can just say he said that. You don't have to
Yeah.
claim he said something else. It's
Yeah,
weird.
it'd be less, like, weird if, like, he didn't clearly say that even
Yeah,
in
like,
native
in
language.
English.
Yeah.
Whatever. I don't know how I feel about that change, but the fact that it was changed at all is pretty funny. Seems the translators also thought it was an unfortunate name. Yeah, exactly. But again, like, why change it? We can hear it.
It's damned if you do, damned if you don't. Just keep it as
Yeah.
is at that point.
Yeah, exactly. Definitely a lot of interesting choices for the shots and cuts and camera placements during this annihilation sequence. Some of it I like, some of it I don't. I don't like the immediate cut to eye catch right after the assault begins, but I do like a lot of the shot placements. However, the cuts make it so that you're only able to see what's happening to the three colleagues and you can't see the decimation of everyone else in attendance. This could have been done to create shock when it cuts back to the auction hall and everyone is already dead, but that effect was lost with the censorship. Yeah, I agree. I couldn't help but notice how censored the sequence was. Even if they did try to make up for it with the creative choices, it went a bit too quick. Or it went by a bit quick too. I like 2011's choice to slow down Baze's escape attempt and give the shot of her corpse a Dutch angle. 99 used the darkness to censor the carnage, while 2011 scenes were too brightly lit for my aesthetic preference. I wish there was a middle ground that had nice dark ambiance, while also not making it too hard to see. That's the dream. A middle ground would be great.
It would be, but we live in an imperfect world.
That's right. Well said. Interesting use of the dowsing chain to find the metal bracelet. Dowsing rods have historically been used to find gold and metals, so it makes sense. Even if I do believe this moment is 99 original. One of the few things I remember from my first Hunter x Hunter watch was the troops' discussion of Judas, because embarrassingly, as a non-Christian, I didn't know the Bible story much. Thank you, Crollo. Very informative. I'm right there with you, brother. I'm right there with you. I get made fun of by that all the time for not knowing Bible stories for some reason. Drives me insane. But yeah, I did happen to know Judas because of Binding of Isaac of all things. But,
Awesome.
Yeah. On the substance of Crollo's thoughts about Judas, though it is very interesting in a good way that he states Judas was not a traitor, but then does not elaborate. There is a lot that can be gleaned about Crollo from that sentiment. Then he moves on quickly to analyzing the situation, and he's able to logically extrapolate, so much from what seems like very little information. I think it's a great balance of having a character be intelligent while also not making any of the realizations feel contrived. Agreed.
Yeah. I was here. Finally, Hunter x Hunter can be good. Episode 53. I like the choice to have the card game dialogue play over Uvogan catching the bullet in his teeth. Obviously, I do often complain about scene pacing, but I think this was paced well for what was meant to elicit. And Machi's creepy voice playing over Uvo's expression really worked well for me. The sound effect for the guy's neck being broken was disappointingly generic, but it was still unnerving visually. Absolutely. His neck breaking like that is one of the instances of violence I find most disturbing out of all of Hunter x Hunter, because it could happen in reality if someone were hit with something at a high enough velocity. Yeah, it felt very real. If the neck snap noise was like even more like bone chilling, perfect. But yeah, I love that scene a lot. Did Worm always wear a Speedo? That's not really a detail that I would immediately remember from the other adaptations, but I would assume so. If he was naked in any of them, that'd be a little strange, even for a freak like Worm, right? The music and characters are hyping up the Shadow Beast so much, knowing that they're just narrative fodder makes the irony so funny. Yeah, that's the fun part about it. They make it seem like, these guys are the real deal. They're coming in to save the day, and then it's just an absolutely, Uvo just destroys them. It's a complete squash. Love it. I like the Blood Moon eye catch visual. It's a visual motif from the OP that'll of course feature most prominently during the Kurapika/Ubo fight. I can't wait. Yeah, I mean, I like that eye catch. I think that's about as good as you can get for a York new eye catch. On a scale between Cats 2019 and Disney Lion King, how do furries feel about Rabid Dog? You're asking the wrong people here. Neither me or Kaige could comment on that. We have a friend who might have a little bit of thoughts about that. We'll hit him up. Shout out to Braden. Kaige, you're back.
Yes.
Thoughts about asking Braden about this line. On a scale between Cats 2019 and Disney Lion King, how do furries feel about Rabid Dog? We need to get his input on that.
We actually need to ask him this question.
Yeah, okay, we'll plan to tomorrow for Shonen Sunday.
Yeah, that is very interesting, actually. Because, he's not a furry, but he has animal features.
Yeah, he's furry-like,
Yeah, furry light, even.
Yeah. Okay, definitely have to ask him about that. I'll try and remember.
Yeah.
Moving on, though. What I like about this fight is that despite the Shadow Beast being narrative fodder for the purpose of power scaling Uvo and showing off his repertoire of abilities before the Kurapika fight, it's still interesting and doesn't negate the idea that the Shadow Beast could easily be formidable against a less OP opponent. Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, it's mentioned that hubris was part of their downfall, as Rabid Dog designed his ability for torture rather than immediate dispatch. Uvo wins handedly, of course, but he's put in a tricky spot, plus him getting out of it isn't contrived. No one, probably, would predict Uvo was going to burst Porcupine's eardrums, meaning Uvo's method of repossessing his right hand, while incredibly simple, is still surprising. Yeah, nobody could have guessed that, but also I think he bursted more than just his eardrums. I think he bursted his whole brain, but...
Yeah, it seems like it.
Either way, yeah, still a surprising thing. Because the entire fight, too, I like that because, he's just shown as just being big punch guy, basically, right? He's just a big old brute, an enhancer. And then he pulls out the most un-enhancer thing right at the very end and just surprise you one last time with how much of a beast he is.
Yeah.
Whatever sound effect they used for Uvo biting into Leech's head was disgusting and elicited a cringe response. Kudos. It's more so just sounded unfitting for me personally than anything else, but or maybe not unfitting. It was weird, but it didn't elicit a cringe response out of me personally. Whoever the lead artist was for this episode draws Kurapika a bit differently, with very sharp eyes that make him look like Link. There was something he was reminding me of, and I think the eyes were reminding me of Link a lot. Yeah, okay. I see it. I noticed this also during episode 51, where Gon and Killua were drawn with slightly more chibi facial proportions. Not a criticism, just something I noticed. 54. These extra Shadow Beasts must be some of the most obscure characters because we really only see them for one moment before they're murked off screen. Also, Owl W. Can we get some Owl W's in the comments for this episode?
Yes, please, Owl Dub.
Dalzone's sword is cool. It's technically an unnecessary addition, but it's an instance of 1999 replacing what was an instance of telling with a bit of showing. Show, not tell, as they say. Him twisting it in the wound is disgusting, but again, kudos. That one was disgusting.
Yeah, that was great.
Kurapika watches it happen with the scene reflected in his eyes and an orange-reddish light shading his face. Great shot. He's drawn so well, and I like that his expression looks ostensibly neutral. Indeed.
The music cutting out when Kurapika confronts Uvo was a good choice. I haven't had any issues with the music in this batch. This is one of my favorite batches so far, probably because of the focus on Kurapika. It's uncontroversial to say that the team cared more about Kurapika stuff, right? No, totally. Whoever drew his face in those scenes was cooking. Leorio and Killua banter is cute. It feels perfectly within character and wasn't something the other iterations took advantage of, I think. Here we come to one of the more baffling filler choices. If they kept Killua's deviance to that one joke at the end of the scene, it'd be whatever. It didn't need to be extended into the next scene. Yeah.
Yeah.
Jokes aside, though, this gets at something I feel about 99 Killua, which is that they play up his bratty little brother quality a bit too much. Of course, it exists in the manga too, but there is a better balance between that realistic childishness and his maturity / emotional depth. the combination of which makes him very sympathetic when things get tougher on the boys later on. We already know he had immature qualities and irresponsibility with money and impoliteness. So at best, this is redundant. At worst, it's weird and out of character. Wasn't Kilo the one making fun of Leorio for being a pervert in Trick Tower? I think so.
True. Yeah.
Yeah. Overall, I imagine it lands as funny for some and doesn't for others.
Well, it was funny for like all the wrong reasons.
It's
so weird. Like,
it's just whack.
Yeah.
Hisoka and Kurapika meet in a weird prison cell-looking room in an abandoned building. I don't remember where they met in the manga, but I liked the abandoned amusement park in 2011, even though it was very on the nose. Yeah, it's cool though. Again, whoever is drawing Kurapika's face is cooking. Hell yeah, best Hunter x Hunter villain Omokage mentioned.
We can't go a single goddamn episode without Omokage's name being uttered by you guys.
When's the retrospective?
Hopefully never.
We'll see. Whoever storyboarded the conversation did a very engaging job. Yeah. Nobunaga's disguise with the beard makes him look like he's about to turn to the camera and tell me about how the rescuing Uvogin situation is crazy. He did kind of look like Moist Critical. He really did, now that you mention it. You guys didn't get my Boogie 2988 reference last time, so in interest of not being confusing. No, I know the reference this time. You made a Boogie 2988 reference last week? I don't remember that.
That guy is a freak nowadays, so he's kind of erased from my memory, unfortunately.
Yeah.
But Moist Critical, that's funny. I get that immediately.
Yes, I do get that. I did pick up on that, but you're right, he does. I was not at all expecting the shot of Uvo's face when he turns to glare at Daltona. Yeah, I almost mentioned that. It does the classic like 90s anime like watercolor effect. It looked cool and surprised me since it didn't strike me as the type of shot 99 does often. Also, he looked like Yuppie, but that's besides the point. A little bit. Coming back to Kurapika / Hisoka conversation at a complete 90 degree tilt before cutting to a 2:35:1 aspect ratio of Kurapika's eyes reaffirms my statement. Adon was talking about this. The storyboarder was really enjoying himself here. This is genuinely one of the most visually interesting scenes in the whole of the adaptation, and it's only a quiet conversation.
Yeah, it's striking.
Love the end of the episode with the phone ringing over Daltoni's corpse. Fire Batch IMO. Can't wait to see the fight in the next one. Yes, sir. I can't wait.
Can't wait. Absolutely. Thank you guys so much for the comments and for writing in like 2 weeks ago. Again, this was all delayed because of personal problems in my life at that time. So apologies for that. But thankfully, I'm thankful that we got to read everything nonetheless still. So thank you guys. Yeah. Useful reminder, if you want to be one of these comments read on any one of these episodes, make sure you keep an eye out for YouTube community posts, as well as a call-out post on Twitter and Bluesky. And, of course, you could always just email us your thoughts at hunterassociationpod@gmail.com.
That's right. And with that, this has been the Hunter Association. Thank you so much for listening. We are available on all major podcasting platforms, as well as YouTube for the video version. Be sure to follow, rate, review, and comment on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. If you're watching on YouTube, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. You can also follow us on Twitter at TXHXAPod, as well as Bluesky at THAPod for updates on the show and an alternative way to submit responses to the weekly call posts. As always, we'll be here at the same time every week talking about Hunter x Hunter. Dylan, where can people find you online?
That might be the fastest you've ever gone through that intro. Or that outro. That's impressive. You can find me online at DJ Tengen. That's DJTENGEN on Twitter and Bluesky. I play the One Piece trading card game. You guys know the drill. Go follow.
And you can find me on YouTube and Bluesky at Manga Kaige. Working on a really cool video. I've been working on it all day. It should be out coming up this week. I'm really excited about this one, so keep an eye out.
Very, very
excited. It won't be for everyone, but I'm excited about it.
And that's what matters. That means it'll be a good one.
That's right. Hell yeah. Love that. All right, as for the show, we're back on track. We are doing 99 for the rest of the month, and it's a longer month, so we got... we're finishing the TV series this month, actually. So that's cool. By the end of the month, we will have finished the TV run, which, if you don't know, is not the end of York New. It's actually quite a ways before the end of York New. I still am very curious to see how this is going to end. But then we will be dipping into the OVAs starting next month. Exciting
Can't
stuff.
wait. Yeah.
Yeah.
Good stuff to come.
So, yeah, next week will be episodes 55 through 57. Be There, Be Square, Uvo Fight, big stuff, Big Bang Impact.
Yep.
Can't wait.
Make sure to make a Big Bang comment for that community post.
Yes, I want to see a lot of Big Bang comments. All right, that's all we got this week. Thank you for listening or watching, and we will see you next week. Take it easy, guys.
Take care, everyone.